Hi guys, welcome to We Are Tottenham TV for the watch along of the Newcastle United versus Tottenham Hotspur game. I'm Barnaby Slate. I'm here with Ash from Spurs Kings TV. Ash, how are you?
I'm good, man. Sun's shining. It's the time to be joyous. Life is blessed. But we have a small matter of Newcastle versus Tottenham to get through first.
That's right, and you know, not to start with negativity, but I can't help myself. Last two times we've gone to St James's Park, 10 goals conceded in 2 games. And then today, just as I'm enjoying my pre-match meal, the news that I feared would be the case. Mickey van der Ven, who had that really ugly-looking knee injury in the Everton game, and then we let him play on, which at the time I thought may have been a mistake. And even though Big Ange Postecoglou says he was close to being available, they're not going to risk him, and Radu Dragusin comes in. How important do you think that could be to today's game?
Well, you know we like to play with the high line, and Mickey van der Ven's always there with his recovery pace to bail us out of trouble at times. But it'll be interesting to see how Dragusin plays, because I felt like he needs some game time. I felt bad after the Euros he had.
Yeah.
I thought he played quite well. And I thought, you know what, he turned down Bayern Munich for us, turned down Champions League possibly for us. And I thought, you know what, this kid needs to start. He needs a go. So I'm happy that he's getting his chance, and hopefully he can stake his claim.
He'll get a lot of games this season, but the way I look at it is this, and also let us know in the comments whether you agree or disagree. But I think if you're Radu Dragusin right now and you look at Romero and you look at Van der Ven, you're not saying honestly to yourself, I think I should be in that team. I think the reality is Dragusin will get a lot of games this season because of injuries, because of suspensions, and in the Europa League. And we can talk about that draw a little bit later on as well. So I think, you know, it is good that Dragusin to get his chance. One thing I want to just talk about, and we'll go through the team news in a second. We've got about 9 minutes till kickoff. Do you think when Dragusin comes in for Van der Ven, and he's done it a few times now in his Spurs career, he always comes in and plays on the left? Do you think there's anything to be said for Romero coming to play on the left and Dragusin playing his more kind of what I would define as his more natural right-sided centre-back position? Because I think Romero is more natural on the ball, and Dragusin always looks a little hesitant to use his left foot and get it out wide that way.
I think we use Romero as a quarterback. And so that's why I don't think he's going to move. I think from what I've seen Vicario get on the ball, and he always looks to go to Romero. That's the play. And then he will either do a diagonal ball, could do a ball over the top, depends how much space he has, but he's always the first protocol, if that makes sense.
I think you're right.
And then it's Van der Ven. But Dragusin, I think, when I saw him in the Euros, I did realise that, you know, he's quite a powerful runner.
Yeah, he's better. He is really good at running down the line with it, isn't he, when he sees a little gap?
So I'm seeing that, you know, when Van der Ven did that amazing run against Everton and then got the assist for Sonny, I saw Dragusin do the same at the Euros, where he just picked the ball up and he started running, and all the Spurs fans started wetting their pants. I don't know if you remember that, but yeah.
I don't remember wetting my pants, but I vaguely remember.
Not you in particular, but I'm just saying.
Guys, before I go into the team news, make sure you do press the like button. We want to get as many likes as possible, so as many people can see it as possible. Really helps us get up the algorithm. Also, if you're not already subscribed to We Are Tottenham TV, make sure you press that subscribe button. But let's go into today's team news. We'll start with Spurs. Vicario, Pedro Porro, Christian Romero, Radu Dragusin, Destiny Udogie, and then Bissouma stays in the 6 ahead of Bentancur. Pat Matsar comes back in. James Maddison, Deki Kulusevski starts, as does Son Heung-min, and Wilson Odobert on the left. I predicted it on my channel this week that I thought Brennan Johnson would be rested today, and he has been, so it looks like Kulusevski will start on the right, Odobert on the left. How impressed were you by Wilson Odobert's debut against Everton last week?
First touch is there. Do you know what I mean? Likes to stand up, risk taker, always looking to go forwards. That's what you want from a winger. Tries to take his man on. And you're going to lose the ball quite a bit when you're that forward thinking and you're trying to take it. It's the opposite if you're trying to retain possession, you know, keep it safe, pass it backwards, sideways. There's a time to do it, I think, but he's a young man. And so I think he's a bit raw in terms of decision making, knowing when to... what type of cross to deliver into the box, and you saw that. I mean, he was crossing on his left foot. I was like, wow, you're both footed. And the reason why I said wow is because the amount of power he's able to generate on his weaker foot was impressive, I thought. But yeah, in terms of like coming in onto the right, because some people were saying, oh, you know, I didn't like him when he came inside. I don't mind it, because that means you're going to look to shoot. And that's what I want to see from my wingers. Either go on the outside, go on the inside. You're a bit more unpredictable and that makes players stand off. Also, the link-up play between him and Maddison, allowing the doggy to sometimes, come forward. So I just thought the little triangle between those three and the ability for him to hold on to the ball as well, because I think that's important in terms of keeping possession and linking play and helping us get up the field. There's too many times we've lost the ball and all of a sudden we're running backs to goal.
I think that's the perfect point. The two things really. One is that I felt like from the very first minute of the game that having Odegaard there kind of really pushed the Everton defence back, and they were worried about him going either way, and like you said, the overlaps and the underlaps. And secondly, it's helped us, and obviously it's a very small sample size, only played one game or 65, 70 minutes of one game, but it enabled us to keep the ball in that final third a lot better, which, as you said, led to fewer transitions. I'll just go into the bench today. Fraser Forster, Jed Spence, Ben Davis, Alfie Devine gets a spot on the bench today. Archie Gray, Rodrigo Bentancur, my favourite player of all time, Lucas Bergvall, Brennan Johnson, and Timo Werner. I just want to mention, Odegaard came straight in and has now started 2 games in a row. What are you thinking if you're Timo Werner right now? Are you kind of thinking, why did I come here on loan? Because he'll get some game time, I'm sure, certainly off the bench. But what is he now? Third choice minimum on the left-hand side.
Yeah, he would have known, the manager would have had a conversation with him of what his job role is, being a senior player coming in. And it's down to him, really. Like, if you're really about that business, you're about that life, and you believe in your ability, then you'll get your chance to come on. Like, it's going to be a long season. And he's wise enough and seasoned enough to know when he gets his chance, he has to, pull up the trees. He's got to impress the coach. And I think when Odegaard came in, I think Ange looked at him and was like, whoa, we ain't got that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm not mad at it. I like it when players have to prove themselves. They got to step their level up or they get dropped. And I even like the fact that Johnson got dropped today, because a lot of people, including myself, thought, he's like a mainstay in Ange's in Ange's team, and no matter what, that's a favourite. But he's just shown, like, listen, it doesn't matter who you are, anyone could be dropped at any single time.
Totally agree. If you're good enough, you're old enough. Let's just say they're doing the lineups on Sky Sports. I'll do your Newcastle lineup now. Pope, Livramento, Byrne, Kraft, Kelly, Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Barnes, Isak and Anthony Gordon. The strength there is all in midfield and up front, isn't it, really? They've got a few missing at the back, that's for sure. Usually Dan Byrne would play left back, but Lloyd Kelly has come in for him. He was on Spurs' list for a while, wasn't he, Lloyd Kelly? They got him on a free. And of course now Trippier is not picked ahead, Livramento is picked ahead of Trippier this season. Trippier was angling for a move, I think, to Saudi Arabia. He didn't quite get that. What do where's the danger? Obviously last year at St James's Park, Isak turned Van der Ven a couple of times, left him on his arse. And actually what happened last year at St James's Park, Newcastle just kind of sat on the edge of their 18-yard box and just played long balls and hit us on the break, and we suffered from it. Do you envisage them doing the same thing today?
Pretty much.
Knowing that is a thing that can affect Spurs, yeah.
Pretty much, because I'm looking at the midfield. Apart from Joe Linton coming in, it's pretty much a weakened defence like they had last time. And so what they did was they sat in well, and I think it was the centre-backs, in fact, that were hitting some of the long balls, as well as Guimaraes.
Yeah.
So that was actually the game plan, that as soon as they could, they would look for either a Gordon or a Barnes out wide. And then, you'd have Isak running in behind as well. So that was the gameplay. So for me, I would like to stick a man. I think it might be Dan Byrne to actually try to find those balls long. And I'd stick a man on Bruno Guimaraes as well to stop those.
Does Ange ever stick men on anyone? I'm not sure.
It's not really his. He focuses. This is the thing I was going to ask. Do we change for us? Do we change for opposition? Sorry. Well, do we adapt to ours?
Funny you asked that. Jacob Bannister has just sent a super chat saying, "Why do I feel like Ange won't change a thing today?" I personally think, and a lot of evidence backs it up, that Ange is just like, we'll play our way, and if you're better than them, you'll win the game. Yeah. But the problem is when we get, the last 2 times we've been here, we've been, on aggregate 7 goals down after 25, 30 minutes. So
one thing I can say real quick is that, we brought Sarr in, and Sarr's a powerful runner. He's someone that gives us legs and recovery pace. So between him and your doggy, maybe he's thinking that is his plan to counteract maybe their transitions.
I think one of the keys here, and I will have said it this time last year as well when we played them, or whenever we played them last year, don't concede an early goal at St James's Park. Don't let the fans
100%.
get right back on top of you.
100%.
Southampton in the first game of the season against Newcastle at St James's Park, they didn't do that, and they allowed themselves to play their way into the game.
Yeah.
And they were in the end very unlucky to lose that game, even though Newcastle went down to 10 men. I do feel like there's something not quite right at Newcastle at the moment. There's something behind the scenes that isn't quite... There's something going on that we don't know about, but the fans, they'll be well up for this big game. And if we let them get on top of us, it could be a problem. But if we can play our game, get the ball down, and put them under some pressure, you know, who knows?
Who knows,
Just about
indeed.
to kick off. As always, guys, get in the comments and I'll try and read them out as and when. Newcastle kick off. Kicking left to right as we look at it. Good press from Sonny early doors there.
Sonny out from the left, pressing there as well.
Yeah, he was.
Interesting.
Actually, that's interesting. Is Kulusevski
Yes,
going to
it's
play in
because
the
he's false nine. It looks like it. He's higher up at the pitch at the moment.
And Odobert starting on the right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's right. Okay, interesting. Well, we saw Kulusevski playing the false nine all through pre-season, didn't we?
Yeah, and he's given away a foul.
A free kick there.
Yeah, but we know the play. Kulu's not bad at pressing.
Tell you what. So Kulusevski just pressed Guimaraes in midfield and kind of landed on top of him. And I wonder if Guimaraes has just rolled his ankle a little bit on the landing there because he looks uncomfortable, to say the least. Let's have a look at his foot as they show the replay. No, it's just maybe more of an impact injury, probably.
Yeah.
But
Still grimacing, but he's fine.
Here we go. An early set piece. They're going to try and test Spurs' high line. They dink it over the top. Oh, it's flicked on. Chance here. Get rid, boys.
Get rid. Well done. Well done.
Well done, Pap. Actually, I think it's Pape. I keep saying it wrong. It's Pape.
Yeah, it's Pape, yeah. Yeah, the idea is, as you said before, is not to go down too early. And I think this is a big test to see if they learned anything from last season. Mentality-wise as well. From that Leicester goal, when we went down, we crumbled a bit.
In the game at St James's Park last year, I don't know if you remember, but we did make a chance really early on for Timo Werner, where it was a classic kind of Brennan Johnson on the left, crosses it.
Oh, it's a good play. Look at this, Son on the left.
Just got in at the left. Chance
this
to run
little
at
flick from Kulu.
here. Cuts inside. Finds Pape. Is he going to have a dig? He wanted to, but he opens it out. Comes out wide right to Porro. And they come back inside. Yeah, we did make a chance early. Johnson across to Werner. It came at a difficult height, but he should have headed it. Instead, he tried to volley it just over the bar. So we did make an early chance before we then conceded silly longer ball goals. But Spurs getting on the ball early, and as expected, Newcastle kind of, except for Isak, all behind the.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the play where we'd see a lot of the ball, and I thought last time we were the architect of our own mistakes.
Yeah.
Literally a doggy falling on the floor, slipping, and then Porro with the through ball over the top. It'll be interesting to see.
Pass back, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Newcastle attack down the left with Harvey Barnes. Joe Linton's made a good run for him there. Okay, keeper. It comes into Vicario's arms.
Yeah, difference is Joe Linton wasn't playing that game.
Right.
Yeah, and Joe Linton sometimes swaps around with Bruno Guimaraes at times. I know he plays on the left-hand side of the left midfield, but sometimes he plays in the six. Yeah. Tries to progress the ball by carrying the ball. But yeah, you can see he's a powerful runner. A lot of people want to try and avoid him because he's so powerful and strong on the ball.
So I heard actually from, I was listening to Guardian Football Weekly podcasts, and one of their pundits was saying that Joe Linton's actually, and I don't want to jinx this, but he's not had a great start to the season.
He hasn't. He looked poor against Bournemouth.
So he'll score against us then.
Yeah, when we probably this is the game they probably click because they haven't been playing too great this season. Southampton, they went down to 10 men, but they didn't look too bad. It was the game after.
Just gave a bit of a nicky ball to Sarr, but he did okay. Sarr got to open up there. Does well. Sarr is coming deep for the ball from Vicario, and I feel like Newcastle are more comfortable pressing him than they are Bissouma because they know that Sarr technically maybe isn't quite as strong. We just win a little free kick. He did well there though, gave a little give and go out wide. What do you think of this kit? We're in our away pajama kit for the first time today, the light blue.
Banana and pajamas, right? Reminds me of like old school wallpaper from the 90s or late 80s. That's what it reminds me, like a bathroom wallpaper.
Just played a long ball, which is pretty rare for us. And now Odobert.
Yeah, we did it against Everton, and I thought that might be a different tactic.
Oh, that's a good ball from Newcastle. They're just breaking through the midfield now. They're in on the left. And Dragoshin, he did get the ball. He did get the ball. It's going to be a corner.
I thought it came off him.
Really
okay.
well there.
Yeah.
He was getting outpaced by Harvey Barnes and just put in the slide tackle. But here's another thing we've got to look for now. Set piece defending.
The Dragoshin from the right as well.
did well, Dragoshin there. Oh, should be a goal kick as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. It did come off him.
Yeah, he did kick it off him. Brilliant defending, but unfortunately not given. And so one of the goals we conceded at St James's Park last year was direct from a set piece.
Yeah, Fabian Shaw.
Corner. So
Kulusevski was sleeping at the post.
Come on, Vic. Be strong, boy.
Everyone's got a man each. Someone on the back post.
Okay, that was Kulusevski, I think, cleared that at the front
post. Better than last time.
Oh, and Sonny tries to take on Ishak, and he's lost the ball in a very dangerous area here.
Keeper. Oof, the crossbar.
Ishak crossing it in, and it's
jeez.
The post at the far stick. Odobert, you got to...
And he's off. Yeah,
Newcastle are up for this.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, the fans getting up for this.
It's a battle in midfield right now. Back and forth. But Newcastle come up on top.
Spurs got away with one there, you have to say, because Isak was trying to cross it, but it just goes in at the back post and hits the post.
Son should have got rid of it. He tried to dribble it out.
Yeah, it did come from Son Heung-min on the left.
Yeah, there was no one there. Just get rid of it. Like, if you're on the ball and you're trying to dribble up, it's too risky at that particular part of the area to give away possession. And and lucky for us, it hit the woodwork. But yeah, Newcastle in the back two there, playing out from the back, going from right back into the centre.
I like Kulusevski in the false nine because he works so hard.
Yeah, the press is crazy.
What a ball from Dan Burn out there.
That's what I said. Dan Burn, I would stick a man on him, I'll be honest. I know that's the out ball.
Porro did beautifully there up against Joe Linton. That free kick. Spurs trying to do it quickly, as is Ange's way. Yeah, he's...
Well done from Porro.
And then takes his foul. Good lad. Okay, Vicari forced to go long again.
I think that is a play they're going to do. Try to go down our right side, which is their left.
Press him. Get off. Yes, well done. Good press from Odobert there. Pope has to kick it out. Spurs get a throw in.
I think they want to look at Porro and Saw down that side, and then you want to target that side. So I can envision a lot of switches of play, lots of balls down that side.
Yeah.
To get in behind.
Okay. Porro with the throw in, just looking for some movement. There isn't any at the moment. Oh, lovely little back. What's he given there?
Offside, looks like. Matters on the right hand side, popping up. Interesting.
Pretty fluid, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's good.
Are you surprised Tonali didn't start today? He did get his first start week against Forest.
Bit rusty. Match fitness. He only lasted like for 60, 70 minutes. So I feel like they're looking for a bit more work rate in that midfield. You know, Eddie Howe likes workers, and they want to press aggressively off the ball. And yeah, Tonali is physical and technical as well, but I just think, yeah, they need more legs, especially for Tottenham, the way we press.
That's right. It's a big hike up in the middle, a bit of a headed battle for Sonny in the middle, loses out. Anthony Gordon gets that well played, and a good bit of intercepting there from Dragoshin, who gets it to Sarr, who gets it to Basuma quickly. Good stuff from Spurs there.
Ooh, lovely through ball.
Unfortunately, no pace here for Kulusevski. Mind you, it's a battle of the paceless Kulusevski against Dan Burn there.
Dan Burn ended up on top.
Oh, what a touch from Gordon. We're in trouble here. They're in on the left now with Harvey
see
Barnes.
If he can hold a nerve.
He's going to cut in and
stand him up.
Park stick.
Oh, Barnes is a threat.
Everybody knew that that's what he was going to do, cutting on his right foot and try and hit it in the top right-hand corner. And it just goes wide. Spurs get away with one there. Really expecting the net to nestle, really. Porro's got to show him the outside there. It's a good effort.
If he gets his foot around that, it might go in a goal.
Porro does all right in the end. Kind of
blocks the pathway. Yeah. It's good to stand them up and not dive in.
Newcastle are at it at the moment in this first 15 minutes.
First two shots to them.
Madders pressed to within an inch of his life.
Show him an option. Show him an option. Madders does well to keep hold of it.
Here, Madders.
Little 1-2.
Basuma does beautifully.
Lovely Basuma. Big
Spurs get out.
Head up. Runners. No runners there for him to thread through.
Spurs done well. I think these kits are too similar, you know.
They are. It's very confusing right now.
Madders did really well there, I have to say. Got himself out of trouble.
Basuma did well to carry the ball up the pitch as well. And we
inside to Madders.
Still got the ball as well in possession in their final third. Let's see what we can do to break them down. They've got a 5-4-1 block right now, low block. Can we ask any questions? Side to side at the moment. Can anyone make any runs come short?
This is exactly how we played last year. Newcastle. I mean, it might work. It might well work for them, to be honest. But it's just like they know that if they keep a clean sheet, they win. I think that's what they're going for. So they just play incredibly deep.
Yeah, they have to. I think Spurs' best option is to go down the sides, if I'm being honest.
Oh, lovely ball.
Lovely.
Oh,
He's offside. Oh, he's offside.
They both knew what was going on.
Oh, audible. Great touch, though. And he's coming off from that flank from out to in that little half space pocket. And it was almost in.
It's a lovely ball from Dragishin.
Oh, almost in.
I tell you what, if
Cooley wasn't in the way, what do you reckon?
Yeah, agreed. Anyway, Spurs got the ball again with Kulusevski. Oh, yeah, lays it back to Doggy. And inside to Son.
I mean, I'm not mad at Spurs going more direct. I want to see more from Dragishin, going a little bit longer.
It was a lovely mid-range three.
Yeah, just to break that low block. So something a bit different from Ange. I'll give it to him.
Papsar out to Odibert, into Pedro Porro. It's going to be a corner to Spurs, I think. Should be. And it is.
Yeah. So Newcastle edging the possession stats at the moment, 52%. As I said before, in terms of shots, I think they edge it. One shot off target, one hit the woodwork. I don't know if you can call Isak's one a shot.
Well, they've done the short corner. Comes to Porro. Oh, good cross from Porro. It's a goal! It's a goal!
Yes, bro!
It's a goal!
Oh, it's offside!
Romero.
Is that what? It's offside! Oh! Why do you do this to me? I'm going to say Romero, boy. He's our guy. They stepped up well defensively. Oh, they stepped up well. They practiced that. They worked on that one.
Got excited there.
Yeah.
It's a lovely cross from Pedro Porro after a short corner.
Something maybe we worked on as well, because that was a different type of set piece.
Yeah, we've been hitting a lot of the short corners.
Diagonal from Porro, good quality.
Them, but well up, good to win. Newcastle went long. Romero won the first ball.
I like that we've got two centre-backs that are towering, quite physical, can like challenge in the air.
Kulusevski's just given away a set piece, just in our own half. Kind of, the ball was up for a header, and he doesn't really go for it. And he knocks over Lloyd Kelly as he's in the air, which is a bit of it's dangerous for Lloyd Kelly. But where I think it's dangerous for Spurs is, I think in this game, Newcastle will continually try and put set pieces in our box. They won't just play it short.
100%. Reminds me of Villa.
Feels dangerous. Okay, they've gone out. Yeah, exactly. They've gone out wide this time, though, to Harvey Barnes, looking for a 1-2.
Oh, loose pass. It keeps hold of it. Press, come on, lads. Press aggressively. Yeah, force them backwards. So unlucky.
He did well, Guimaraes.
Yeah, stayed on his feet as well.
Newcastle have it out wide right with Livramento now. Anthony Gordon giving him an option.
Get closer to them, lads. We're a bit too short. We shouldn't give them that much time to diagonal.
And Odebert's got to get out to help now. Help with Porro. Too easy. They're in.
Close, that cross. We don't want that. Oh, good defended.
Oh, okay. It's offside. But Romero just trying to head it out like comfortably. But that was a bit easy the way they got in down the left there.
Too much space and time to cross as well. I want a player to stop that cross, block those crosses from coming in.
13 minutes gone. Don't forget, guys, do press like on this video and subscribe to We Are Tottenham TV if you're not already. Vicario with the ball out to Basuma.
Lovely. First time down the line, someone must be. Look after it. Get a foot on it. Get a foot on it.
Ref put his whistle to his mouth and bottled it.
Look, one of you, talk, put a name on it.
Lovely.
That's it. Now forward pass. Lovely. Good.
Forward,
runners.
Out to Sonny.
Someone running in the middle. He's running in the middle. Running in the middle.
He's made a lovely run.
Run in the middle. He's there. Oh, why didn't he go?
Sonny with a good cross, but Odibert wasn't quite in at the back post there.
I would have given that to a Doggy, no? Or Doggy was...
Spurs recycle the ball. Basuma to Sarr. And Newcastle all their players back once again. But Spurs looking good when they're on the ball at the moment. Odibert running at Lloyd Kelly.
Good cross in the box.
That's where Dom Solanke would be.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think, I haven't seen you since we bought Solanke, you think that's going to...
Oh, yeah, it's a good signing, yeah. Good signing. I think we'll get 15, 17, goals. First season, that's my expectation of him.
Yeah. 15 to 17 goals.
Yeah. First season.
Yeah. Newcastle in down the right now. with Anthony Gordon, but Romero goes with him.
Lovely. Good challenge. Old school.
Gives away a corner. Didn't necessarily need to give away a corner, but I think he wanted to ideally leave something on Gordon there.
Yeah. 100%. Let him know.
Gordon was having none of it. So,
he wanted to kick it off for a throw. You could tell, but he just slid too much.
Okay, we've got the chats up here now, Sammy. So that's good.
Gordon on the corner.
It'll be an outswinging corner.
Look out for the centre backs as
Gordon
Bruno
with it.
and
Stick it into the 6-yard box, and Bakay's got to come for this second one. And
punches, doesn't get it right.
That's going to be another corner.
It's got to get a bit more on it, in my opinion, Vicario. He did come for it.
He doesn't come for the first one ever. Yeah, that's not for him to come for, to be fair.
This one here, I think he needs to be a bit more short, aggressive.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to give a pen away, is he? If he pushes through, do you know what I mean? He gets a punch on it, but yeah.
It's a decent thigh out for the corner from Romero in the end, and this will be an in-swinger now, and they'll definitely put this on Vicario's head.
Yep.
15 minutes gone.
Look at that back post. Dragoshin's down. Oh, he's up. Dragoshin pushed to the ground against Joe Linton. So that's the matchup. The Bun versus the Brazilian. Let's see what happens, man.
Okay, Dragoshin's marking Joe Linton. Here comes the corner.
Yeah. He's on the back. Oh.
That time it came all the way through to, I think, Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly, yeah.
Over the bar. Who's marking him? In the end, I think it's Saad does all right there in the end. Spurs have lost the ball already, unfortunately, trying to play it through. Too
quickly, in my opinion. I would have preferred us to slow it down there, just get a foothold of the game off that corner.
Yeah.
You know, not always to rush.
Goes big over the top, but that'll come through.
You just slow it down a touch, just a little bit. Just get a bit of control in the game, just a little bit.
I think that's what Romero is saying, and the referee is stopping play now. What's this about? Something's happened. What's the referee stopped the game for here?
Don't know if he said something.
Referee's taking himself very seriously. Has he injured himself, the ref? It's going to be something wrong with the communication or something, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Yeah, the microphone's not working. Something. Let's go to some.
Cool.
Yeah, the assistant has a
I don't mind that. It takes the sting out of the game a little bit.
Paul Abraham in the comments says Vicario struggles to dominate his box. Sammy, was that you putting a thing up on the screen? Oh, great. Okay, that's great. I didn't know.
Come on, you Spurs from T-Swell. Big up, T-Swell.
Top man, Sammy. Good work. No. I'm very happy for you to do it. If I see like a super chat, I'll do it. Or if you see it first, you do it. Okay, so 17 minutes gone. A bit of time for a stoppage, and Ange is going to James Maddison to have a little word with him. What do you think he'll be saying there, Ash?
I just think personally, yeah, just in possession, just keep calm. I think relatively, maybe he wants to move the ball a bit quicker because I know Maddison would like to take many touches on it, but maybe Maddison's argument is, what are the options around me? It's not just me. Because there was a time when he held onto the ball and I felt he looked after it quite well, but maybe he wants him to pop up in different areas, affect the game in different ways.
Yeah. Can I be cynical and say this stoppage might not do Spurs any harm because the crowd will just drop a little bit?
Yeah, it takes the sting out of the game.
The sting out of the game a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Cry Away My Pain says, I can't get used to this blue. So not Spurs, yet better than last season's.
Oh, much better than last season's kit. Oh, much better.
Like the weird brown.
Yeah. I mean, that was hard to watch, like when we were watching it.
Tunde in the comments has said that I think he's alluding to what he thinks Ange might be saying to Madders, and he said, pull your finger out or I'll bring on Bergvall. What have you made of Bergvall so far in this, from what you've seen of him? I love the look of him.
Bergvall, in the league or pre-season?
No, I just mean like he's not had much chance in the league, but I think
in general,
like
he's a special player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Technically sound. And also, what impressed me from him is his physicality. That was one thing I wasn't sure about.
Got a bit of bite in him.
Yeah, that Scandinavian bite. So yeah, I'm happy. I just want to see what his goal threat's like. Him in attacking positions to see if he can really upset Maddison.
Yeah.
But yeah, passing range, weight of pass is really impressive for me. I like his weight of pass and his overall football IQ and just his ability to get involved.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Always wants the ball, shows for it. He's not passive in any sense.
The thing that I really noticed about him, sorry to interrupt, is how many times he wins the ball back from reading the play.
Yes.
And like nicking in ahead of opposition players.
Yes.
So really reads it well, which is, for his age, is pretty incredible.
Football IQ there. But yeah, a leader. It seems like a leader as well.
They're just showing the Newcastle chairman, the Saudi guy. I thought actually he had left now. The guy next to him is Paul Mitchell, who's put on some weight since he was the Spurs.
Yeah, a lot of weight.
He's put on quite a lot, hasn't he?
He has. Yeah. Might be enjoying some of those magpies, but yeah,
enjoying some of those Saudi free lunches, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe they show that to show Amanda. Maybe Amanda's not too far around White Hart Lane.
Yes, stably rumoured to be interested in getting together a consortium to invest in Spurs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Daniel's going to let that happen quite yet, unless it's an offer too good to refuse.
Yeah, well, never say never. Small stake. I don't know how small it'll be, but you never know.
Okay, there's been about a 3 or 4 minute delay there. Vicaria's now got the ball back. They swapped the lino with the fourth official somehow. And Vicaria gets it out to Madders on the left-hand side, who gives it into Sonny, who gives it into Bissouma. Lovely stuff, out to Destiny Udogie.
Good football, lads.
And Bissouma is taken out there, but it was a fair tackle, but it was a strong tackle from Sean Longstaff.
Even he liked it. He gave it a round of applause.
Are you surprised Bissouma started
Not at all.
ahead of Bentancur?
Not at all, no. I just think, obviously, after that incident, now it's the time for Bissouma to step up.
Yeah.
And they're kind of using that as a stick or a carrot, you know, to have a leverage against him.
Yeah.
And so he's having to perform, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I do like his distribution in the last game. He was doing balls over the top, switches of play, and he was criticised for that last season, saying, "No, we need a six that can, you know, distribute the ball." And he's added that to his game. So far he's done short passing, and he did a little through ball into Kulu, but Kulu never had the pace. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at him so far.
Good win from Romero there. Actually, you got to be careful here, Bissouma, because he's being pressed. He kicks it out. That's all right. Another question. I think I asked this last week, but I'll ask it to you as well, Ash.
Yeah.
If you're Rodrigo Bentancur, if you're Yves Bissouma getting suspended for the misdemeanor that he did, do you not think he was wondering why Bentancur didn't get suspended for a game?
Oh, 100%.
What he did?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he got the ban internationally, but nothing much was said about it. I don't know if he got a fine or anything, but yeah, that was just kind of overlooked. Maybe because it was for the country and not for the club.
Spurs, sorry to interrupt, but we're in now with Wilson Odobert down the right. What's he going to do? He goes down the outside, cross it.
Woo!
He didn't. He had a shot instead.
On his right foot.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
On his right foot as well.
But if he's going to shoot from there, he's got to go across the keeper, Harry Kane.
Yeah, I agree.
Spurs got out of a press beautifully through midfield.
I think it was that Kulu that laid it back.
Yeah.
Was that Maddis that did the ball there? Into Odobert, step over.
Oh, I'll tell you what. If he could have just put that across the
yeah. Right.
Near post, Pope had it covered. Newcastle.
And this is what I mean by
lost it to Spurs already. Odobert into Maddis.
Get a foot on it, please.
I think he thought he might win a free kick there, didn't he?
Yeah, let's get a foot on it first. Gonna look after it.
Lovely header from Dragusin. Spurs get the ball back again.
Dragusin looks all right, you know.
Yeah, he's doing well. Sarr into Madders.
Madders, get involved.
Oh, Sonny made a good
run. Oh, lovely.
Oh.
I like how he's got his head up and just did it first time.
Yeah, and Spurs win it back.
This is much better from Spurs. I think we needed that little break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Slip from Livramento there. Can we take them? No,
Romero. Bit too much on it.
Just tried to chip it through to Madders. I don't mind Madders making those runs.
Yeah, I know the why. That kind of Dele Alli kind of.
Him. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? One of them will come off.
Yeah, he nearly scored, didn't he, against Everton last week with a couple of those runs.
Yeah, he did. Lovely pressing
from Drag onto Isak, but they've done well there. Newcastle.
Gordon
Well done.
lost out to Decky. Sonny,
well done.
back.
Kulusevski in on the left. Terrible cross from Decky,
middle,
but gets another
midfield.
chance somehow.
Short. Have a shot. At your feet.
Chance for Pape.
Oh,
good hit and a good save from
Pape.
Nick
Well
Pope.
done, Pape. Lovely.
It was laid back to him just on the edge of the box. Pape gets his laces through it.
Yeah.
And easy save, not an easy save, a save you'd expect the keeper to make, but he got some good power behind it.
Got his foot over it as well.
It's straight down the middle, but we've taken the corner quick already.
Looks like that's the play, man. Into Porro, short corners. Switch it, please. Switch it.
Bissouma.
Switch it.
Udogi.
On the left. Oxford again. Do a run inside. Oh, he's hanging off. Give him an option, lads. In the box.
Lovely cross from Son. That's what
I know, Solanke. I know.
I actually thought so. Sonny gets a great left-footed cross. It goes all the way to the back stick, and I think Brennan Johnson actually is really good at attacking that.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think has been training with us long enough to know how important that is in.
Yeah. Andrew will have a word at halftime.
Big time. Lovely stuff from Sonny though. It was classic Son. Little step over.
Yeah.
Little half a yard to the left.
Yeah. We're not playing bad. We just need to take advantage of what we have. We're lovely ball by Bissouma. Oh, lovely Matters into Kulusevski.
But we win.
At least we're trying to shoot outside the box as well. I think that's a positive. You know, we've been criticised heavily for not doing that.
True. And Romero starts it again. I'll tell you what. If Newcastle win this game, their fans will be happy. But it's one of those almost like Mourinho Conte things where when you stop winning games, their fans will not be happy with them playing like this at home against a team that their fans will deem to be kind of swimming in similar waters, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. What would you be more happy with, a performance or the result? I mean, that's obvious, really. But
I think it's about the long term, and that's why Spurs will lose games like this.
Yeah,
we might lose today. Yeah. But in terms of the long term, it's better for Tottenham to be bossing games like this.
Right. Going into North London derby, like to get confidence. Look at that. Look at that. Odebear! Oh, my days. Look at Dinky tricking with the inside outside. I love that. Go on. Give it back to him. Give it to
now on the left.
Udogi there or Bissouma.
Kulusevski.
Again. Bang. Save for the keeper.
Pope should have caught that, but he's tipped it out for a corner.
Listen, I'm not mad at it, you know. I'm not mad at it.
Agrees with you in the comments. We're taking more shots from outside the box this year.
It's different. It's actually on target, actually, but from that angle.
But Nick Pope's just got to be.
Yeah, definitely. Pap Star with a different variety of shot there.
Okay, well, we go for another short corner. We've done 3 so far, I think.
And now Gordon's come out for it.
Kulusevski.
We might have to go straight in.
Yeah, they've put 2 men this time on Odebear for the short corner, so Decky's going to whip one in towards the 6-yard box. It's a good ball.
Header. Oh, unlucky.
Dragishin was
just over him.
And now Sonny's still in the box, fronting them up. Gives it back to Bissouma.
Gets a foot on it.
Come back, isn't it? Sonny out on the left, fronting
Give it back to him. Give it back to Bissouma.
Oh, he's done him.
Oh, referee.
And he wins a free kick beautifully.
Lovely.
Should be a yellow card, really.
Yes.
It is for Lloyd Kelly.
Listen.
27 minutes gone against Sonny.
Sonny on that side. He's doing all right. He's doing all right on the left. People were saying Sonny can't play winger.
Yeah.
I do love a narrative as well. You know, when people say, oh, Sonny's better than a 9 or he's better at wing. He's just a quality player. Can we not just say that?
Of course he is. Of course he is. You don't.
Every time people have doubts against him, he answers all critics, in my opinion. But yeah, let's see what happens, man.
So free kick, it's near the touchline on the left-hand side. Maddis is going to whip one in towards the keeper.
I tell you what, though, I'm liking the look of Odebear. The more I see him, the more I'm liking him. Do you know what I mean? Different profile completely.
He reminds me of Aaron Lennon.
He does. But shots, though, I mean, a bit different to Lennon.
Newcastle's line is
on
got
a bit more power
box here, and they've got loads and loads of men. Spurs only with a few in there. They're going to look to run across the near post, I would think, and try and get a flick. There it is.
Woof.
Well cleared.
Does this mark the end of Johnson? I'm being a bit hasty.
He's perfect for substitute.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Outside the box, over the bar. Good lad.
Well done. Shot from outside the box.
28 minutes.
Again.
0-0.
Again. When I say marks the end of Johnson, I mean in terms of starting.
At the moment, for sure.
Because he's a different profile completely. Johnson could be used against tired legs, I hear that. But Chelsea winning against Palace. Action Jackson scores.
Nicholas Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Who I don't rate whatsoever, but they're about to give a 9-year contract to. new contract, but he scored against Palace. Good for him.
You know what? Finishing's left to be desired, but actually on the ball, dropping in deep, looking after it, he's not bad.
Yeah, he's still very young as well. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Spurs, what have we
Bounce,
done?
bounce.
Ooh, we let a long ball
Bounce.
through, and we shouldn't have
Doink.
done. Vicario got
Look
there in
after
the
it, Sonny. Give it back to him.
Lovely ball from Son into Basuma, who's balling at the moment.
Lovely,
In fact, it was a doggy. That shows
lovely
how wrong
football.
I was. But Basuma's now on the ball, and Sonny's made a run for him. Not quite. Lovely stuff from Destiny Udogie there. Basuma crossing himself there just because he gave away a throw. Oh, he won a throw in. Fair play to him.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a carrot over his head. He knows he can't mess up.
Is this just for now? But Dragishin's on the right of the two centre
Yes,
backs.
yeah. No, I saw that. That's why I said earlier. I don't know if you heard me.
I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I could have been wrong. Poro lost the possession, and here's where they look most fretful. Can we stand them up? Well done.
Be strong
Well
the second
done.
time. Don't give away a pen. It's a corner.
That's a corner.
All right, that was all right. Saar did well to work
Good
back.
recovery. That's what we want to see. Yeah, well
Joe Linton
done.
doing the classic asking the fans to get back up. Poro is being asked to do difficult things, and that's why he's going to lose the ball every so often. Nicholas Walker says, sell Rishi and Son to Saudis and buy a killer up front. That's a super chat. Thank you, mate. I'm not going to suggest selling Son ever. I like to think more of like give him an 18-year contract, including an ambassadorial role.
Take Vern off the wages and get a killer. That's what I say.
I doubt very much we're paying all his wages, to be honest. Anyway, it's going to be a corner, fourth corner for Newcastle. This will be an in-swinger onto Vicario's head, I would have thought.
Frees up a space though.
Dan Burn being marked by Romero. Hands all over each other. Here it is. You've got to be strong here. Keeps.
Punch.
Does well. And their volley on the edge of the box chance.
No, it doesn't take the touch well. And now Spurs have the ball.
Perhaps
and we
that
get it
does well.
out. Masuma outside into Kulu. Kulu's bringing it up.
Wasn't it, into Kulu. Now Kulu can break. Has he got any options? He's
no
just driving
options.
down the line. Good lad. There's no one in the box.
Yeah, he's in the box. Who's that in the box?
Odegaard, but he's done well to hold it up. There's still only one in the box, and he does well there. Kulusevski ran the length of the pitch to win a corner.
Jeez.
In the pre-season, a lot of people saying Kulusevski should be sold, but I'm telling you, not only is he still young and a brilliant player, but also, even if we do upgrade our first team to a point where maybe he's not an automatic starter, what a versatile squad.
Yeah, he is. I think technically as well, looks after the ball well, won't lose it. Physical.
He's just a clever player.
Yeah.
Anyway, Spurs corner, 31 minutes again. Dragishin edges his way forward. Romero as well. Here, gone for short onto the near post. Lovely stuff. Chance.
Bang! Oh,
edge,
this is lovely.
Shot blocked and has another volley.
I tell you what, Newcastle defending well.
Oh, Poro showed his strength beautifully in a 50-50 with Dan Burn there.
Well done.
A good little routine from Spurs. They kicked it to the near post. Son came short and then laid it back first time. Tell you what, there's been talk that this new coach that we brought in the summer has been taking charge of some of the set-piece stuff, and we are doing some interesting set-piece stuff today.
No, we are, 100%.
Oh, it's actually Dragishin who blocks the shot in the end, unfortunately, but it would have hit a Newcastle player anyway, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's better from Spurs, though. I mean...
Yeah, Spurs have been good today so far. 32 minutes gone, and Kulusevski presses Dan Burn. It's going to go back to the keeper. Sonny.
Pressing.
Sonny now
Pressing. Next one. Press.
Now pressed by Udogie.
Keep pressing, guys.
Newcastle done well here. Although they're going back again. He's going to have to go long, is he? He does. Well done, Radu. Well done, kid. Odegaard did well there. Really well. Wins the throw-in. Lovely stuff.
What I like there is that we're not giving them any time to breathe or, get settled into a rhythm. And so, because we're breaking up that play, we're able to win that possession back high up and dominate possession that way.
Sky just showing a graphic. Newcastle had the first 4 shots of the game, but since then Spurs have had the last 6 shots. Dragishin gets it back to Vicario, who's being pressed here, and he's going to have to go mid-range into midfield. Just kicks it straight to Newcastle. But Romero does well there. Oh, Madders tried to play it. No. That's not as bad as it looks. Chill out. Okay, it's a yellow card in midfield from Pap Saar there. Just saw the ball spill out from the opposition.
50.
Slides in. Just got there a bit late. And Newcastle players trying to get him sent off there. But yeah, the ball breaks off him.
Yeah.
Let's see this in slow motion.
Slow motion's never good,
it's just a little kick, isn't it? Kelly's in the walls a little bit. It's not a...
You know what? Like, the referee was pretty close to it as well, so...
Perhaps Sarr booked 34th minute.
Not the first time, we've seen Sarr being booked for something small like this. But I'm sure it won't affect his game. He's quite strong mentally.
Yeah, he's just got to stay on his feet now. So Newcastle have a free kick just inside the centre circle. And they take this one short, get it out wide to Joe Linton, who's pressed by Odobert, has to go back. And Newcastle have to go all the way back. And Madders pressing Pope, who has to go long. And just hikes it out. And
that's what I mean.
Little groans from the St James's Park faithful at that. I don't think anyone would ever claim that Nick Pope's distribution is his best part, the best part of his game.
I like it, man. I do like the fact that everyone's taking turns to press the keeper. I saw Maddison go in, Kulu's gone in, Son's gone in.
Yeah.
And that's making them force errors.
Oh, some good stuff between Porro and Bissouma there, but Bissouma with a bit of a lazy pass, but I think it was Odobert who helped him out in the end. And now Vicario being pressed from the wrong side. They're really loving pressing Vicario when he's on his left foot. And that's why, because he kicks it straight to Livramento. Oh, and that is a naive foul, I'm afraid, from Destiny Udogie out on the touchline, a shoulder barge. Yeah, and the COCOMS agrees with me. He doesn't need to foul him there. Livramento, he just needs to stop the cross there, really.
Yeah, he's close to him as well, so he's got nowhere to go.
It's the equivalent of a corner, really, here. It's a free kick out wide for Newcastle.
I think this is where he needs to learn. I mentioned this before, he's quite raw in terms of decision making. So hopefully we can have a word with him.
Gordon is going to take this free kick, 36 minutes. Spurs have been better this first half, but if you don't take your chances, you're at risk of going 1-0 down. Romero marking Byrne once again, who's about 6 inches taller than him. Here comes the free kick. Oh, it's a free header at the near post, and they should have done better. It flicks off the top of his head, and Newcastle now being forced to go all the way back again, maybe with Livramento. Good press from Romero there, and a good press as well from Pape Sarr. It was a really good chance at the near post there. Oh, Newcastle have taken it quickly. Oh, chance!
Oh, aye.
Out of nothing. Harvey Barnes
against the run of play.
Score against us. They took a free kick quickly. Or was it a throw-in quickly?
Throw-in quickly, yeah. I mean, initially Romero did well to come out to press, and then they've won the throw-in off the back of Sarr, and then, yeah. Almost looks like we've just kind of gone to sleep. Gone to sleep, yeah.
They don't deserve that, but there you go, as I just said it. So they take the throw-in quickly, and we've just dropped off a little bit. In behind Maddison.
First time.
It's a great finish.
Yeah. Just arrives late.
Lloyd Kelly with the cross. It's on the half volley. Yeah, great cross from Lloyd Kelly. Cuts it back almost. Barnes running onto it with his right foot. And this will suit Newcastle down to the ground because they can just sit back.
Isn't that like Solanke celebration when he does the bow and arrow?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded Barnes at Spurs when we were trying to get Maddison as well, man. I think we tried to do a deal for both of them for 60 mil. But obviously he's been out.
Sonny's in a good position here. Cuts back. Don't shoot from there, Sonny. Yeah, lays it into the middle to Pape. Gets it out wide to Porro. Spurs will just continue playing their game.
Let's see what Spurs are made of.
Yeah. Pape into Pape out wide.
Wrong decision.
By Joe Linton there, and Newcastle have won it back. That's a throw into Spurs. That was Newcastle's first shot on target.
The boys have done well up until then, I thought. Kind of weather the storm. Hadn't really had much to do.
Fans are now into the game. That's going to be a throw into Newcastle off Sarr. Jeffrey in the comments says this will be 4-0 again before you know it.
Whoa, slow down there, buddy. Slow down. Yeah. We've got, what, another 10, 12 minutes? Actually, we've got more because time's going to be added on.
Yeah, that's true. Paul Abraham says, Dragoshin's positioning and awareness worries me each time he's on the field. I don't know. I didn't see much wrong with it there. I don't know. I guess they're not picking up men. They're picking up space. That's the problem. They need to be a little bit more on the man there. Anyway, it goes back to Vicario. He finds Bissouma back to Dragoshin. He's going to have to find a line ball. Gives it into Sarr, who's under pressure here and goes back to Vicario. Well, Newcastle got about 5% more in them. Don't forget, last season when we conceded here straight away afterwards, didn't we? That was from Porro's bad pass back.
And this is why I want to see if we've learned anything. Sorry to cut you off. I want to see if we've learned from those lessons there.
Yeah.
If we can steady the ship and slow it down or get a foothold in the game.
Madders wins a free kick there from Gordon. And Gordon just blocks the free kick, Declan Rice style, but Spurs take it now. Maddison. I don't think Spurs will be too worried yet because we are creating chances, but this does suit the way Newcastle like to play against us, certainly at St James's Park. I think they tried to do similar at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but we were just clinical.
Yeah,
and they had nothing after that.
Yeah, you're right. See what we can create from here. Still a lot of the game to be played.
Next goal is going to be massive, obviously. Sonny out wide left now, fronting up Livramento. And just kind of kicks it at him in the end, but finds Udogi. Who finds Bissouma. Inside to Sarr. Back to Bissouma. Newcastle just couldn't escape. Good position for Madders there.
That was a good ball with a good pace into Madders. Good positioning for Maddison.
Bissouma back to Sonny. Lovely ball inside to Madders. Oh, bad ball from Madders, but we got away with it on the transition.
Intercepted.
Nearly a transition.
Lovely, well done.
Dragoshin did brilliantly
well
there.
done.
Helped Maddison out there big time.
Good interception as well.
Destiny. Drive inside, Destiny. Good lad. We'll have the foul there, and it is a foul. It should be a booking there as well for Longstaff. It should be, and it is. That's good refereeing there because he was in. Udogi was in there. A beautiful driving run inside from Udogi, and he's taken down by Longstaff. It's a good area for a free kick for Spurs here. Yeah, that's a foul twice.
Good from your doggies as well to cut inside, don't you think? Run across the box.
Eugene Tan says, we need Son in a shooting position. Yeah, he's definitely our best elite finisher, our most elite finisher.
Well, we also need people in the box when he's delivering those crosses, I think. Because he should have had an assist by now. But yeah, I agree. Let's see what we can do from the set piece now.
Madders looks like he's going to whip it in towards the 6-yard box in the penalty spot. Dragoshin and Romero kind of at the back stick. Oh, it's a little clever one. Bad touch from Deki Kulusevski and a foul given away in the box.
Unlucky lads.
But they've obviously practiced a lot of set pieces in the last week.
Yeah, they have.
41 minutes gone, but as Ash rightly said, there will be some added time because there was a technical problem with the linesman. Do press the like button, guys. Make sure you press subscribe. And if you like what you hear me talking about, go to my channel, which is in the title at @BarnabySlater_ for daily Spurs content. And Ash, where can they find you?
Spurs Kings TV question. Do you think Ange has made the same mistake as last season at St James's Park? Or do you think that's a bit harsh?
What is that mistake?
No, just throwing out there, just in case certain fans are saying, Ange's tactics, he doesn't learn, the old narrative. We're naive.
Ange isn't going to change for anyone, and I think we've played really well. But there's almost an argument to say with the way Newcastle play against us, he could have, because they kind of sit back, he could almost play the way he did last week with two creators, but then if we were losing, then everyone would be going mental. So you can see why he's played Sarr. Newcastle just with a little bit more about them now, playing
good tackle, good tackle, good energy.
And Romero's
good. Well done, well done. Let it go. Good, that's better.
You can tell that Gordon wants no part of a little battle with Christian Romero there.
That's why he did that before earlier on that silent challenge, just to let him know. Listen,
totally.
You see, last game that ain't happening this time.
Romero with the goal kick now. And Newcastle have left 2 and 1 to press Vicario. They're happy to press Vicario. Okay,
no, they practiced that. They practiced that
beautifully there. Oh, Romero got himself in a bit of trouble, and we got away with one there. Madders now needs help, and he's lost it.
Oh dear. He still got it. Oh no, he's lost it.
Fuckers.
Oh dear.
Oh, and Dragoshin does well.
Careful, lads. Careful.
It was all ugly there.
Careful.
Sarr does well. Decky on the half turn does well. Get it out to Odeberg.
Lovely, that's better.
Doggies.
Odeberg cuts in. Well, lovely. Cross here. Nice. That's good
Spurs
football.
got the way out of trouble, but it was touch and go for a while. But it comes out to Son. He's running at his fullback.
Lovely by Son. He needs help, though.
Needs help. He's up against 2 here. And he gets it. There should be some space inside as a result of that. Bissouma trying to front him up to have a dig here.
Oh, I thought he was going to let it go.
Pape Sarr now, and Newcastle back in their shape as ever. But out to Sonny, and Destiny makes a nice little run from
Perfect.
there.
That's better. That's better. Unlucky. I see what he tried to do into Kulu. He tried to feed it into him.
Yeah.
Didn't quite come off. But I need to see a doggy do those overlapping runs a little bit more just to help let Son isolate the fullback.
Totally. Basically, Newcastle, 1 proper chance, 1 goal at the moment. They did hit the post, but it was from an unlucky or a lucky kind of cross that nearly went in.
100%.
But Spurs have made quite a few half chances, that's for sure. Oh, Odobert does well and is hacked down by Joe Linton.
Jeez, no booking. He'll put him in the book for like, if he does it again.
5 minutes added time. We're in the 44th.
Come on, Spurs. Come on, let's make it count.
Madders on the left-hand side into Son.
What do you need to see from Madders?
I just needs more space, I guess. At the moment, Udogie comes
Is he picking
backwards.
up wrong positions, in your opinion, or not?
Not at the moment. There's no space because Newcastle are playing so deep. It's how ball, and it works against us, I'm afraid, especially at St James's Park so far. But it could, if we can get the next goal, quieten the crowd, and we'll have the momentum. So let's see as we get it on the right. Early cross from Bissouma.
Header.
And actually, that's James Maddison
Underneath
on with the
it.
header.
Underneath it.
Oh, lucky boy Livramento does well though. Dragusin. Oh dear.
All right, defender. Go on.
Got to be strong here, Drag.
Go on. There you go. There you
does
go.
well, Ravi.
There you go.
He's at.
There you go.
And he wins a great free
There
kick.
you
That's going to
go.
be Joe Linton's booking.
There you go. I said it. I called it. Yep. Look, he doesn't like that. He might have to come off now. We're hoping. Or he'll calm down. He'll calm down at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will Spurs try and get this in the box or play it short all the time? It was a good play, really good battling from Dragusin in the middle of the park. Looks like we're going to whip it into the box if we can, or towards certainly the box. Newcastle with a high line about 21 yards out.
Who have Newcastle got to bring on? Tonali and Murphy, Almiron.
So Porro's going to take this one. Can he drop it in between the keeper and those runners? Sonny's free at the back if he can make a late run. It's a good ball.
Oh, he's on. It's not the whole ball. Yeah, the whole ball didn't go out.
Sonny lays it back to Madders. Not a great first touch, but he still got it. And he has
Back to him. That's it.
And it's a throw into Spurs. Dragusin takes it quickly. Good tempo from Spurs there. Bissouma really, I think, should have taken a bit more responsibility there. He put Dragusin back in a difficult position on the touchline.
I thought Drag was going to bounce it straight back to him, but he took a touch, and that's allowed Gordon to close him down.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I think he could have taken responsibility and maybe taken it into field and done something with it.
Alex Delage says Ange is limited. It's so obvious.
On the bench.
Don't know what he's saying.
I think because the low blocks frustrating everyone. We've run out of ideas in the final third.
Romero gets the ball back to Vicario. He's being pressed by Isak's got to be careful here. Don't Jordan Pickford it. Gets out wide. Oh, Odibert trying to do Kelly down the outside. Nice try, but Lloyd Kelly did well there. Used his strength, to be fair, but I like that from Odibert.
Yeah, so do I.
47 minutes gone now. Pope goes long again. Easy header for Porro. Just heads it out.
Okay.
2 minutes left. This first half. For people in the comments who are saying Ange out, also please send in who you would like us to replace him with. Because I'm,
right, Mason.
I'm really not sure where we go.
Mason in.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it's like, I don't know. It's just reactive stuff, isn't it? I think we're playing well. Oh, terrible from Porro, though. And Dragusin slows it down well. Oh, comes in now. Livramento on the right. It's a great cross, but Vicario should be there, and is. Come on, Vic, give it. Just give it someone. Oh, dear. And now Bissouma gets it off him. That's where we've got a chance on those little transitions to try and make the most of them being out.
Yeah, that's what I think. I like Vicario to play a bit quicker.
Lovely from Bissouma out to Son now. And Madders has made a good run.
Give it to him. Oh, too late now.
Yeah, and he has now. Oh, I thought Byrne might dive in there. Maddison takes
Oh,
that. He won't get that.
Yeah, he won't
win that.
He won't.
He might book Maddison for diving here.
I think there was contact though, but I think that's the only reason why he won't book him, because there was contact. Because even like the defender was like, "Oh my days."
Maddison's trying to.
Enough.
Oh yeah, he stands on his foot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does.
Is he booking Maddison now for being had his foot trod on?
No, it's not nice to get your foot trod on though, with studs.
Problem with Madders is he kind of makes a bit of a rod for his own back.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, of course.
So that's kind of wasted about a minute. Yeah, Sky just showing a graphic from the 1st to the 22nd minute. Newcastle had 4 shots and Spurs had 1, and then in the 23rd to the 45th minute, Spurs have had 8 shots and Newcastle have had none. But Newcastle had the important one, which is the goal. Madders there in that diving wasted about a minute, and it's half time. Newcastle 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. As ever, as we go to St James's Park, we're losing, but we're not 3 or 4 down. And I don't know, overall, I think we've played well, but we've not got in behind them. But you wouldn't expect us to get in behind them because, once again, Eddie Howe's just set them up playing incredibly deep.
I think tactically, we haven't been found out, in my opinion. Everyone expected that high line to be caught out and Ange to be caught with his trousers down and his hands on his knees again. And do you know what I mean? But I just thought we had moments where we had to weather a storm, and that was in the first
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, naturally, away from home. And once they didn't score, I thought, yeah, all right, cool. We haven't been rushed here and we can work our way into the game, which we did. Obviously, we made a mistake with Son, trying to dribble out from the back and got caught by Isak. Isak hit the woodwork.
Yeah.
And then there was another warning when we made a mistake out from the back and they got a shot off. By Harvey Barnes, I believe, and he curled it just wide of the post.
Yeah.
But then after that, I thought we played quite well. I thought we got a foothold in the game, and I was particularly impressed by players like Odobert. I thought he was showing good signs. Papa Sarr outside the box was shooting from outside the box. I thought was quite good. Son Heung-min, I thought he looked good on the ball as well, effective on that left-hand side. Yeah. I just felt sometimes. We just mentioned it there. Vicario could play the ball a bit quicker and we could create that transition, get on the front foot a bit faster when they're all the way up on our half. We could do the same to them. So we've got players to hurt them. There was a time earlier in the game when I was like, oh, Basuma preferred a great ball, but it was Dan Burn versus Kulusevski and there was no pace. There was times as well when we crossed the ball into the box and was like, if we had a number 9, like a target man in there, Odobert threw across into the box. Son threw across into the box. Porro threw across into the box. Yeah. So it has been coming. We've tried different ways to break them down. But I think where fans are frustrated is because they've got a block of 5 plus a block of 4, 5-4-1. Yeah. And we're struggling to find a way through. And
they scored a good finish. That's the reality of it.
Run against play, in my opinion. But what do I know?
I'll just go through the match action because I was making notes as we did. Actually, I'll start with possession, 65% Spurs, 35 to Newcastle. Is that top one? What is that? Total shots, 8 Spurs, 5 to Newcastle. Shots on target, 2 to Spurs, 1 to Newcastle. And then, so the 4th minute was that when Isak hits the post from a mishit cross, as you said, after Sonny's mistake. Then, if you remember, in the 11th minute, we actually had a goal disallowed for offside.
Yeah,
short corner, ball came out. Pedro Porro with a beautiful cross, and Romero, good header on it. He's so dangerous going forward. I think he was the top scoring defender in the Premier League last season. But unfortunately, he was maybe a yard or 2 offside. Then there was a embarrassing, once again, for the referees, 17 minutes, a stoppage of about 5 minutes. Because of a linesman's technical issue. A couple of bookings in the game. I felt that Spurs were on top, especially in that first half an hour. We had a lot of shots from outside the box, which is something that Spurs fans have been complaining about for a number of years, for the last couple of years under Big Ange. And Pope had to make a couple of saves. And then the goal, 36th minute, Harvey Barnes, near post flick into the corner. It's a great finish on the half volley after a cross from Lloyd Kelly, who was on Spurs' list, trying to get him on a free transfer at one point. And then after that, just a couple of bookings. As I said, I think kind of almost one of the best things we can hope for here is that around 60 minutes, if it stays 1-0, the game stretches a little bit and maybe Spurs can find some space in behind. But at the moment, Newcastle, it's working exactly how Howe likes to do it against us, which is if we don't score, if Newcastle keep a clean sheet, they will win the game, and that is how it looks at the moment. I don't know. It's difficult. It's one of those games where we need to make the most of set pieces and crosses into the box, because we're not going to get Sonny in behind. Certainly not before the 60th, 70th minute. And Newcastle aren't going to come at us. In terms of, people will be obviously asking like what changes should be made with us playing so deep. Is there a potential? I saw someone in the comments suggest it. Is there potential for us bringing on another creator, moving Kulusevski inside, maybe Johnson out wide, and taking off Sarr?
Yeah, possibly. But then we run the risk of every opportunity of when we push too aggressively up top. Yeah, we leave a few spaces on the transition. I think that's what it is when Sarr gives you legs. I think I'd imagine at some point it would happen. Maybe the 65th minute, as Ange likes to make his changes. A lot of people do complain maybe it's a bit too late, but I just think sometimes when you make a change too early, we press too high up, then all of a sudden in the transition we concede, and then everyone says, "Look at Ange, he's naive." Do you know what I mean? And we all have a meltdown. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's pros and cons for both. I would say keep the team as it is at the moment, because we are creating chances. If we weren't creating chances, it would be completely different, in my opinion. I think something would need to change. I mentioned before Sarr having a good game in terms of winning that ball back in that transition, helping us with legs, but then also getting forwards. I thought he had a few shots, one on target, which was quite low. Two on target, sorry. One was that quite low, and the other one, keeper was forced to, palm it out. He said he could have caught that or punched it out, I think he was saying.
That's right.
But yeah, nonetheless, Sarr got a few opportunities in that midfield, and that's what I wanted to see from our midfielders, contributing to the attacking play. I thought also, what could we do differently? I'm not too sure. You take Sarr off, or you take Basuma off. Maybe you take Basuma off, but if you take Basuma off and put Bentancur on,
I'm not sure what that's going to add.
Nothing's going to change, because I know like some people might want a different. The only thing I'd say is that maybe like if the legs tire throughout the game, then you might make that change. Johnson coming on, as you said, on the right is a possibility, because the problem is so far this season he hasn't really taken his man on. Yeah. And he hasn't run in behind a lot. That's the problem. I thought if you're not going to take your man on, at least run in behind, so you're a different type of threat.
But that's so deep. I don't think there is any behind him.
Exactly. So then
Madder's made a couple of runs.
So that's my
deep. That can work.
So that's my point. And when you've got Johnson on, what is he actually bringing against the team? Unless we do score, and then they come onto us, then it's different. Do you know what I mean? Then you change the tactic.
Jiva has said this in the comments, and I assume this is an answer to me suggesting if you think Ange should leave Spurs, who would you get in? He said Thomas Tuchel. Now, what I'd say about Thomas Tuchel was an excellent manager 10 years ago when he brought Borussia Dortmund to Spurs, and absolutely they were all over us. But I would say, he hasn't been brilliant since. I mean, other than he did win the Champions League.
He might bring us a cup.
He's quite a defensive manager as well, I think. I think he's quite pragmatic. I don't know. I know I'm pretty glass half full when it comes to Spurs, but it's so soon since Conte and Mourinho, and I remember how miserable that was, that I don't mind. Look, not many teams go to St James's Park and win, by the way, and turn them over. So we're bossing this game. We're going to make chances. It's just whether we can still be in at 1-0 when we do make those chances, and hopefully be a bit more clinical. Don't forget we've got our two number 9s out as well. I think we're playing pretty well. I don't think we need to throw the baby out with the bathwater and start saying about Ange out and all that, because Tuchel wouldn't be the answer for me, and I think fans would get frustrated with Tuchel very early.
I think what it is like we've gone from ultra defensive to ultra attacking, and I think fans are crying out for some type of flexibility where we've got a bit of pragmatism in us, where we can at times mix it up tactically, and they're just using that old stick to beat him with, because we have at times he's been stubborn, I think, and just being super stubborn in the way he plays, and fans, that reminds them of Conte being super stubborn the other way. But it's just two extremes.
I agree.
They just want something in the middle, and
this is my preferred extreme.
So yeah, I think that's what it is. But I mean, people always want, the grass is always greener on the other side, and I think when things aren't going wrong, people kind of knee jerk and they go to that. Some people felt like this for a while, to be fair.
That's true.
So
but I feel like the people who've been saying this for a year or however long, they feel it's like coming 5th from having been 8th the season before with Harry Kane isn't a good result. I mean, that is a good season if you ask me. To be fair, who is it? Let me find that. Stephen Morley says Tuchel only won the Champions League 3 years ago. Respect that. That's true. He did win the Champions League, but I don't know. I don't know. He just doesn't inspire me. That's all.
You know what it is? I think like all Spurs fans are crying out for a cup, and
of course,
I think with him, he might give us a cup win. Like he might bring us success in the cup. In the league, it's questionable what he can do.
I want us to win trophies. I'd love us to lift the cup. Of course, I would. But don't forget, when Arsenal started under Thomas Tuchel, right? They won the FA Cup first season. The next 2 seasons, all the fans wanted him out. They wanted him out.
Yeah,
they finished 8th the next 2 seasons, right?
After a trophy,
and they wanted him out.
You're like, listen, I've had my trophy now. Get out now.
I want us to lift a trophy, but if Ange lifts a trophy and then we finish 8th next season, he'll be sacked. He will be sacked.
We wouldn't bring a Tuchel in anyway. He's going to be another attacking manager. So whoever comes in, we got to get used to this style.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we've got to give Ange actual time, proper time. And I think he's ahead of the game. I think he's ahead of where I thought we'd be, to be honest. And also, he's having to do the painful rebuild on his watch. And I promise you, we are putting together this squad to try and challenge for the title in a year, 2 year, 3 years time when Man City are relegated or when Pep leaves or whatever it is that happens then. It's not for this season and it's all about learning. But I still think we can win this game. I think whoever scores the next goal in this game will win this game.
You know what? I don't know. It could go either way. Football's a funny game. But what I will say is, in terms of Ange being in or out, I just want to see how we look when we do have a number 9, a centre forward, if there's any change. So let's not judge the whole of the season so far after 3 games. Yeah. Just after Ange being out for let Solanke come in, let him have a few poor games, a few good games, and then we can have this conversation again.
Completely agree. And listen, I think to all intents and purposes, Solanke got injured in about the first 10 minutes of that game, and he still looked pretty good other than his finishing.
Yeah.
He was making great runs, so I agree with you. Let's have a chance to see Solanke in the 9, but we need to try and get a result today because we don't want to go into that North London derby on a loss. And like I said, maybe it's a bit naive, but I do think in terms of momentum and how these games go, if Spurs can get the next goal, the pressure will be on Newcastle.
Well, this is why I said to you, what's more important? I said at the start of the show, performance or results, because do we take the performance into the next game, or is it the result that we're looking for to say, we're closer to Arsenal? And I think that's the wrong conversation to have and to be looking at Arsenal. I think right now we need to focus on ourselves.
Of course.
And
Andy would say the same.
If we have a good performance against Newcastle, I'd rather take that into Arsenal. Actually, I do want a point. I can't lie to you.
Didn't Arteta do a similar thing to Eddie Howe at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last year as well, though?
Yes.
And they just played pretty pragmatic, pretty deep, as he did at the Etihad, and knew that they'd get chances on the transition. Saka scored that first one, didn't he? So, we're basically going to be playing 2 teams in a row here where we've got to be clinical when we make chances. And so far, we've only made half chances.
I think that's the biggest issue at the moment with the club and with the fans. Kane was clinical, Kane's come out, and now it's like we're relying on Son, and now Son's been pushed out wide.
Yeah,
he's having more impacts on shots on goal, etc. So
I said it last week, and I'll say it again. Spurs fans, unfortunately, all of us, we have to change what we think a good chance is, because a good chance for Harry Kane is not a good chance for everybody else.
Yeah.
Like Harry Kane would score half chances 8 times out of 10, and the chances that fall to us now, something like that Odibert chance where he hits it over the bar at the near post. If Kane's in that position, he hits it into the bottom left-hand corner. You just know he does.
Certain people, they find it hard to get over the X. You know what I mean? I think that's what it comes down to. Some people move on a bit quicker. Some people need more time to heal. It is what it is.
I'm not over him.
I'm not mad that people are screaming, we're not clinical enough, we're not doing this. Oh, it looks like Johnson.
Brennan Johnson
Whoops.
has come on straight away. Now let's see. You'd think.
What do I know?
Will it be for Odibert or will it be for?
Maybe Odibert, because I don't know if match fitness wise.
Or it could be what we talked about: Kulusevski coming inside, Johnson to the right, and Sarr off.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's just go into the comments while there's just another break before we start that second half. Sang-Hoon Kim, thank you for writing in, says Son needs to be in the middle to take some shots. Kieran Proper says, we looked threatening. This game has Johnson all over it. The thing I'd say about Brennan Johnson is he looks to me like he's lost his confidence. He's very low on confidence at the moment. And he's trying things, almost trying too hard, I think. And he needs to just stick to what he does best, which is get half a yard, and he's a brilliant crosser of the ball.
Hopefully, like tired legs, as I said before, 45 minutes, he can just literally create a separation between himself and the man and get those crosses into the box. The problem is we need whoever's on that left wing or whoever's in the middle running on the end of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
F18 says, Barnaby is a hater of Sonny, but loves Kane, who left us. Shame on you. Well, I love Sonny, and I want him to be at this club for the rest of his life in whatever capacity he chooses. And I also love Harry Kane. So what can I say? I love them all. So, yeah, Brennan Johnson is coming on. They're just talking about where he's going to play. Just waiting to find that out. Newcastle, I think, making Spurs wait a little bit. Yeah, Newcastle now coming out.
They had that proper team talk, like, they know this game's on a knife edge. Do you know what I mean?
Roy Keane saying that Spurs need to show a bit more quality in the final third.
Not surprised.
Yeah, it's true, but we're playing, you know, lots of clubs struggle against teams who play deep.
Yep.
This works for Newcastle.
Yep. It's a game plan that's successful. Eddie Howe went off to La Liga to study under Simeone, didn't he?
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's why they're so good defensively. That's why he's able to switch it up.
I wonder if Johnson's being brought on because of those crosses we got across to the back stick and Odobert wasn't quite there. Let's have a look now. 29.
Yep, Odobert.
It's Odobert who's come off. No, it's Pat Sarr, sorry.
Sorry.
So, we are doing what we did last week, which is playing two creators in central midfield. And I think it makes sense. It will be more difficult on the transition, but...
Also, do you think the fact that Sarr got a yellow card might be a reason?
That might be it. There have been a few yellow cards, haven't there? Lloyd Kelly's been booked.
Yeah.
Pap Sarr was booked and now he's come off. Longstaff and Joe Linton were booked. So I wonder if maybe a couple of bookings might come back to haunt Newcastle in the second half. Let's see. Spurs kicking off. Let's see what happens. I'd love something good to happen for Brennan Johnson because I do feel like he's lost his confidence a bit and I do like him as a player. Anyway, Spurs pressing Newcastle high. Oh, Odobert just nearly nicks it off them there. Oh, well done, Spurs. They've won it high.
Head up.
Is that it's Biss, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Biss gets it back to Porro. Basuma gets it back off Porro.
Better.
Finds a good ball out to Johnson now. Goes to his left. And a good ball inside.
Better.
Good stuff. Chance for Decky. Oh, corner if he leaves it. Oh, he doesn't. Does well there, Livramento, to be fair. Odobert presses him. Oh, Livramento's done really well. Down the right-hand side.
It's got to be offside. It's got to be like 10 yards offside. Jeez.
Sammy, could I get some water, please?
Good defending from Livramento, man.
Really
you know what? He composed himself. He let the ball run across his body. He could have knocked it out, but he stood on his feet and he carried it up the field.
He did indeed. Can Madders find an early throw there? He does. Over the top of Dan Burn to Odobert, but Newcastle sweep it up.
Newcastle playing down the side.
Down the line. He sacks in here. Trouble, and Barnes is at the back stick. Oh, what a tackle from... Is it Dragusin? What a tackle. Esque from Radu Dragusin.
The recovery. Everyone was worried about the recovery pace.
Man on, son. Man on. Well done. Spurs in the transition already. Odobert out wide to Maddison, who cuts in. It's just behind Udogie. Oh.
Well done. Good
that
pick
was
up.
A vital tackle from Dragusin.
Head up. Switch the play. Lovely
play. Porro could have a chance. He tried to dig it inside.
Oh.
And again, does it. Kulusevski.
Oi! Oh, so close.
It came all the way across the front of the post.
Jeez.
Across the 6-yard box, sorry.
It's a tap in, bro.
Nobody in the middle.
Oh, my days.
Basuma tries to find... Stand up, Biss. And he doesn't. He dives in. Stand up. You're going to get booked here, Basuma. Yeah, he takes his booking. It's a good booking, I think. It's a good booking to take.
I think you're right. You should stand up in that one. There's a little battle in the fence there, and he gets through, fires the ball across the box, doesn't expect it.
Cheers, mate.
Doesn't expect it, but great defending by Dragushin with recovery run, goals to ground, good tackle on that ball, and that's what I mean. Dragushin's a powerful runner, man. Yeah. And Isak was looking for a foul or penalty even, but that's no penalty for me either. Suma picks up a yellow card, so Bentancur may come on at some point. Spurs pressing well here, and Newcastle forced to go long with Pope giving it in, and we win the second ball and we bring it down on the pitch.
Good touch from Madders.
And
Decky does well in the central midfield. Gets it out to Brennan Johnson. Run inside him here, Decky. Yeah, he has done. Go on, Brennan. Just get stuck under his feet.
Technical.
Okay, Pedro Porro. Into Basuma, makes a good secondary run. And it's going to come out to Johnson, you would have thought. No, it doesn't. Stays left now. Basuma out to Doggy. Odebear's outside him. Can he make an inside run? Maybe a Doggy could have gone with him. No.
Hangs out.
Basuma. Madison now across. It's coming back again. And Porro now to Johnson. As Joe
Someone's got to make a run in behind.
Newcastle back in their shape. And pressing Madison, who turns nicely. Oh.
Man on. Yeah, man on. No one said the man on.
Oh, Romero blocks the ball from Gordon beautifully. A really important block there from Romero. Gordon trying to get a foul. But Romero almost look at Romero's run. Romero's given and gone because he knows Gordon's on the floor. And Romero's now playing in the number 9 position. Look at that. What is he doing? Decky Kulusevski.
Give it to him, man. Give it to him.
He's now kind of slowly coming back.
I see what he tried to do there. Quick pass into the little space, into the box.
Again, a good start from Spurs this second half. Throw in on the right-hand side, Pedro Porro. Back into Dragushin, who I've been impressed with today.
Oh, good first time.
It was a dodgy ball just then by Basuma, though, wasn't it?
It was first time with pace, but yeah, it was a bit.
Wait, oh yeah, they're just replaying his booking. He had to take that. That's what you have to do sometimes as a central midfielder. You know it's a booking, Basuma.
He's pulling my shirt, mate. That's what he's trying to say.
The question is, the important thing for Basuma is don't get a second one for diving like you did last year, mate.
Yeah.
Lovely ball from Odebear into Destiny, a Doggy. Man on, Destiny!
They're not checking their mirrors. He was offside. I thought so as well. They need to check their mirrors. When that ball's coming into them, they need to know what's around them. That's why they're getting caught out in possession sometimes. Yeah, he's looking at that's what I'm saying.
But it's a good little position. He's just got to scan a bit better.
Yeah.
50 minutes gone. I think it's the Spurs fans you can
hear. He's better
now.
than that. All of our players are better than that as well. They're getting caught in little silly positions.
They're just showing Tonali on the bench, having a little warm-up. Not on the bench, sorry, having a little warm-up. Sandro Tonali. 1-0, 50 minutes gone. Nick Pope with the free kick, long over the top of Spurs. Johnson marking Joe Linton, which is a bit of an unfair battle. Yeah, and Kulusevski is fouled by Joe Linton, and he's whinging. Yeah, go on, whinge at the ref. Get yourself sent off. Go on, get yourself sent off. I don't mind.
He's like, he was elbowing me. What are we talking about? He was running back and leaning into me.
Yeah, Palace have equalised at Stamford Bridge.
Eze.
Tottenham's Eberechi Eze. Interesting ball from Dragushin down the middle there. Not sure about that, but it's come to Odebear. He's done well. Oh, yeah, it's a good foul to win.
From behind. Yeah, from behind. Pause.
Come on, Spurs.
Yeah, man.
Keep the tempo up here. Yeah, you can whinge at the ref as well if you want long stuff because you've been booked too. I tell you what, he's lucky he didn't take Odebear out there.
Yeah, it's true.
Come on, Spurs. Keep the tempo up. Come on, keep at them. Maddison now.
Next goal is crucial.
Yeah, Dragushin back in his own centre box, in the centre circle, sorry. Plays it left to Romero, who feeds it through to Maddis. Doesn't quite get there. It goes off the throw. And I don't mind those between the line balls, though.
You need those.
And Newcastle already trying to slow the game down as much as they can. I just told you that, didn't I? You're not listening to me, Sammy.
Clearly not.
1-1. Eberechi Eze.
Paul Mitchell. It's showing them on the screen.
Yeah, Paul Mitchell, the sporting director of Newcastle, formerly Spurs, but he was the man who brought in Son Heung-min, which you've got to put down as a win for him, to be honest. Newcastle playing out of the press here, doing well. Oh, but they give a bad ball away.
Lovely.
And
now do it. Now do it. Through the lines. Now look up. Head up. Through the lines. Ah, too late.
Look, he's driving lovely from Decky into Johnson. Good ball from Johnson. Back
Head
stick!
up. Oh!
Oliver has got to go with his head
I
there.
thought it was going to go with his head. Oh,
It's a
pause.
great chance at the back stick from about 2 yards out. And Audebert, he's got to go with his head. Oh, why has he not headed that before? He's let it come across, all the way across his body. He's just got to head it there. He was worried about hitting the post, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have to learn from that.
But, you know, at least he's arriving at the back stick. Before he wasn't doing that. And maybe Andrews had a word. So maybe just do that again. Get that ball wide out to Son, or whoever's out wide. Or Johnson, sorry. And let it go into Audebert.
Yeah. Spurs winning a lot of free kicks in central midfield now, and the fans getting a little bit frustrated with it. 53 minutes gone. Good ball from Romero into Kulusevski. Sonny doesn't get enough. Kulusevski tries to play the through ball into Son, and the weight wasn't quite right. He could have been in there, but that's better from Spurs. That's why you want Kulusevski on this park. And Spurs get the ball back again with Vicario straight away.
So far, it really isn't a knife edge. I think.
Vic. Oh, he's put us in trouble.
No, it's all right.
Here.
It's all right. It's all right.
Turned beautifully, and we're in the midfield now.
Free ball.
Kulusevski ahead of Sonny. Sonny in good position. You got to put Brennan in. You got to put Brennan in. You got to put him in.
Shot. I know it was the right thing. Yeah, it was the right thing.
Son drives down the middle of the pitch. Johnson is in on his right. You've got to say, mate, if he scores, it's the right thing, but he's got to score. You've got to do it there because then he can get the ball across the front. Look, Maddison would have been in if it had gone to Johnson across the front. Anyway,
yeah, you're right.
Porro with the cross. Chance! Hits the bar. He's on the rebound. Comes back out. Spurs are all over them here.
Basuma into Porro into Kulu. Gordon doing well there. Stay on your feet, Kulu. Stay on your feet. That's it. Try to win that ball back. Here we go. Spurs win the ball back out the pitch. And again, seconds. Basuma there. Porro there. We're winning the ball back in the midfield. We're winning the second balls. We're looking dangerous. Can he switch the play? Doggy switches it over into Maddison. Oh, he spills it! Oh! Yes! Yes, man!
And it's an own goal!
Oh, you Spurs. Come on! Are you crazy?
Pope not just catching that ball.
Well, listen, it's been coming. I'll be real. It's been coming. It's been coming. Pause.
Pope mistake. Brennan Johnson with the shot on the first time, which I thought he maybe should have controlled, and then it comes across, and I think it's going to go down as an OG Dan Burn. The Spurs, since bringing on the second creator, have been all over them like a rash.
All over them. It's been coming. Is he offside?
Oh, I hope not. Oh, it's definitely an OG. As long as Johnson's not offside. Please don't be offside, VAR.
Yeah, VAR, might look at that. Hold your horses on.
It's a Maddison shot.
Save, parried, and then Johnson comes in. Oh, Andrew loves it though.
Have they started the game again? Yes, they've started the game, and Spurs are back in again down the right. Lovely ball from Brennan. Oh, Decky does beautifully. He's going to give us. It's a corner for Spurs. Come on, you Spurs!
Hey, listen. Andrew is so happy, boy.
Come on now, Spurs. All over them since you made this change. And the fans loving it. Takes it quick, Decky. And it comes to Porro again.
Cross.
And comes to Maddison.
Get out your feet.
Get out your feet.
Get out your feet.
Porro could cross here, though. And does. Oh, I'll tell you what. Romero's being pulled down, but you won't win anything for that. Joe Linton just putting his pressure on Romero in the box. But Spurs going quick again. Yeah, do it. Just do it.
Do it quickly.
I think Dragishin's just trying to get back in position. That's fair enough.
Cool.
And now we take the throw in.
Look after it.
Audebert
Head
as
up.
well.
Back into the midfield, please. This way, across the box.
77% possession second half here.
Woof. Then Newcastle need to make a... Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Well done, Madders. Wins it back again. And Spurs are at them. Madders going to have a dig, is he?
Aye.
And that's a foul. We'll take the foul. And this is in Madders' area. It's a yellow card for Bruno Guimaraes.
He said he pulled me. They were complaining.
He turned him.
I think someone barged him before Madders won that ball back. I wasn't sure if it was Porro that not shoulder to shoulder them. But anyway, Maddison does well on the ball, does what he does. And Bruno is late on Maddison.
But this is what I've been saying now for a long time. For Madders' confidence, we need him to score one of these free kicks. Score them for Leicester against us. We know he's good at them. I've seen him all summer long on his social media in his back garden practicing them. Put one in the top left-hand corner for me, Madders. It's very central. It's a good chance. And he's on it. Porro wants it, though. But I like the distance for Madders from here. I like it.
Porro's close to it as well, but yeah, Madders should take this one.
I think the other players are saying, let Porro take it.
Maddis is all over it, though.
1-1, 58 minutes gone. Spurs, since making the change of Kulusevski for Sarr, bringing Kulusevski into central midfield as a second creator at half-time, have been all over them. 77% possession and a good chance from a free kick here.
Outnumbering them in midfield.
Come on, Madders. I like this area for Madders here, but Porro looks interested too. I think it's more Madders' distance for me, but let's see. Ooh, they're both looking at it. It's Porro.
Do you know why I thought it might be Porro's? Because he was moving it. I'm like, well, why are you moving the ball if Maddis is going to take it?
Oh, it's a good direction though.
Yeah, it's just a bit too much on it. 1-1 it is here at St James's Park. Newcastle 1, Tottenham 1, and Tottenham are on the front foot.
Down. I think Pope's being clever here. Pope's being clever here, sitting on the floor because he knows the manager wants to make a change. This is very Arteta-esque, bringing on Murphy.
Yeah, they know they've got to change the formation because we're killing them at the moment.
Yeah,
they're not able to get out at all.
React to this. Yeah, they're doing a classic Mikel Arteta. Have a word.
Yeah, tactically.
This should be banned. This stuff is.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
Hates this stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is not basketball. When you come in, in basketball you come in and you do the tactical.
All crowding around the keeper because the keeper's pretending to be injured.
Yeah, referee should be doing something about this. But yeah, dark arts. That's what we call it, Barnaby.
Yeah, put that on my list as dark arts.
Clever. Murphy will help with the defensive work and the legs in the midfield. A lot of Newcastle fans were thinking he might start. Just showing a replay of the actual chances we've had.
What is Pope doing there? Tell you what, Brennan Johnson's done really well there.
Yeah.
Done really well. I thought maybe he could control it, but actually he's on the slide. It's miles away from him.
The thing with Johnson is that he won't take too many touches. He's direct. He wants to just get it in the box or put it in the dangerous area.
I would say about Brennan Johnson, he should never take too many touches.
Yeah.
It's just not
he's not
game.
technical.
He's an instinctive player.
Yeah, he's not technical.
So Murphy comes on for Harvey Barnes. Wow.
Yeah. They're going to do that because they need defensive cover right now. And we're dominating them in the midfield.
Yeah.
And he's not going to protect his fullback the same way Murphy is.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. Let's see if Murphy inverts a bit as well. Because Murphy, they put him as a winger, but I think he might invert and create a box midfield just to help them deal.
Alex W says, don't go into our shells, keep this up. I completely agree. I really do. I think if we might have lost this game anyway. Let's try and win this game. Let's go for it. It's the way we play best. I really think that.
Yeah. I think we feel cautious. That allows them to come at us, get on the ball and create us problems. So we've got to keep going for it.
Can you see a super chat from Jory? Because Jory has sent a message saying super chat. I can't see it at the moment. Anyway, Newcastle's trying to get in behind, but Romero sweeps up well into Basuma.
Head up, bro. Head up, Basuma.
Basuma gets it out wide to Brennan Johnson, and Porro is in the side. Does well.
First time again. In the danger area, someone.
Great stuff from Porro. Don't foul him, Pedro. And that's a throw into Newcastle. 62 minutes gone.
Yeah, Postecoglou changed it tactically at half time, and it's been serving us well ever since.
Yeah. Throw into Newcastle. Lloyd Kelly on the left. Short to Anthony Gordon. Don't foul him. Yeah, just press him. Well done.
Well done.
Brennan Johnson done brilliantly.
First time. First time.
To the line. Crosses it. Son.
Oh, dear.
Just behind him.
Oh.
Oh, hello. Terrible ball. And Madders is in on the left now. Destiny turns out. Does well. Spurs recycle. And it's Romero. He's going to look between the lines. You know he is. He's looking for something. Not a great option, so gets out wide to Johnson, who fronts him up well.
Lovely.
And wins another corner.
Johnson caused some problems out there.
Brennan Johnson's doing beautifully since he's come on. Last season, Big Ange did something similar. Took him out of the firing line, and he's a really good impact sub, Brennan Johnson.
Gives them something to prove, something to be hungry about. Yeah. I think Newcastle look a bit rattled here. They were arguing, about free kicks being given away, losing their heads, losing their way.
Yeah, short corner to Audebert. Yeah, do you know what? I was actually going to say it. It's going to look like I've been reactive. I was about to say it a second ago. Audebert will be the next player off, I think, for Spurs.
Yeah.
But anyway, Decky finds Madders. He looks for an early cross, but it's in behind. Comes out to Basuma. Does well with a good first touch. Can he win a free kick?
Shots.
He's driving at them instead. Be strong here, Pedro. Well done, Pedro. Don't lose it.
Well done, Porro. Let it go now.
Oh,
well done. Well done.
Yeah,
well done. Take this thing out. Yeah, lovely. Good play.
Okay, needs an option here, Vic. Needs an option. Big time.
Come, he's saying.
He goes for the chip one to Audebert, and Newcastle get it back.
Someone should have offered a short for him.
But Audebert's done beautifully.
Well done, Audebert. Midfield.
Give it into Decky.
Lovely.
In front of him.
Out wide. Decky
now driving, and Brennan Johnson in on the right. Find your yard.
Yeah, give it to it.
There it is.
Oh, lucky.
And it's a great run from Sonny, but into Pope's arms.
Unlucky.
Lovely stuff from Audebert there. I thought he was a bit tired to do that chasing back, but he did great.
Brilliant.
It's a good run from Son there. Oh.
You reckon the weight of pass could have been better there from Johnson?
Yeah,
it was a bit too straight, wasn't it, as well, the cross?
A little bit. Oh, lovely stuff from Anthony Gordon, though. That's the first time he's been involved
well
for a while.
Done.
Beautiful stuff.
Anthony
Gordon's just got the crowd up. Little nutmeg in central midfield, and Newcastle are on the hunt now. Audebert's got to work. They're in. Great tackle.
Well done.
Romero.
Well done. Solid defending.
Now, come on, Spurs.
Head up. Man on. Lovely. Lovely.
Double change for Newcastle coming up.
Yeah, they still can't live with us at the moment.
Tonali, which is the Sky script that they want.
Spurs playing from right to left at the centre backs in our traditional two. The two centre backs are quite deep as well, and he's looking for runners. He plays through the lines. Romero, first touch is a bit heavy.
Was that Destiny?
Yeah, Destiny a bit heavy with that first touch.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to get himself a booking there. Newcastle just doing some good stuff through the middle here. Isak's done well. They're in here on the left with Gordon. They've got 4. It's 4-on-4 here. Real chance. Good save near post, Vicario. From the substitute, Murphy. Big save from Vic.
Murphy on the out overlap. Gets on the end of Gordon's pass. Dragosin trying to cover. Porro standing up Gordon. And the keeper near post does well, Vicario.
It's going to be a corner. 66 minutes gone. It's an in-swinger from Anthony Gordon. Oh, and a late run in there from Kraft, I think it is. No one's picked him up.
Basuma's there.
Well
Good
done,
header.
Biss. First clearance. Porro chasing back with Anthony Gordon. And Audebert. And they're putting the press on at the halfway line here. And yeah, Newcastle have to go all the way back. And Sonny's pressing Pope now.
Good pressing from Sonny. Good pressing. We win the ball back.
Straight to
Lovely.
Porro as a result.
Head up. Good ball.
Plays in Decky down the line. A lovely, selfless run from Kulusevski in
into the box.
He's out wide now, fronting up his defender. Lays it back to the edge. Porro to Madders, who wanted it just in front of him again. But now back to Kulusevski. Lovely run from Porro.
Breaks down. This is where we've got to be careful.
Terrible tackle.
That's why we've got to be
James
careful.
Maddison. As yellow as a yellow card can be there.
He was late, wasn't he? He had to just give him the high five because he said, "Oh no, I was late. I was late." As soon as he did it, he put his hand up to the ref. He's like, "Listen, I know. Let me take my medicine."
Now here comes the script for Newcastle as Sandro Tonali comes on. His first Premier League game since his gambling ban. And you know damn well that the script that Sky want written is Tonali to score the winner or set up the winner for this game. It's a double substitution.
You say, is it time for Bergvall yet?
Longstaff coming off.
Is it time for your boy, Bergvall?
A huge reaction for Tonali. The fans love him, and this has got the Newcastle fans up. And we need to deal with this in the next 5 minutes. Just calm the game down. 67 minutes gone.
67 minutes on a knife edge. The game can go anyway here. Let's see what happens, man.
Lloyd Kelly off, Hall and Tonali and Longstaff. Hall and Tonali on, Longstaff off as well. 68 minutes. Yeah, Hall's been brought on to deal with Brennan Johnson. Dragishin with a good win there.
Good second ball.
Oh, that's a good flick. Newcastle, just in this last 5 minutes,
Crept
just
into it.
got a little bit in the game. I guess that first change starting to make a difference. What is Ange going to do? Yeah, Sonny asking them to press. Madders pressing well. Madders does well, beautifully.
Well done.
Chance. 3-on-3 here. Sonny central.
What's he going to do?
Oliver left. He's gone the wrong way, but he gets it to Oliver. He's fronted by lots of players. Gets to the byline.
It does enough to squeeze it out. Yeah, it was a wrong decision from Son.
Yeah.
Should have played it out to the right. I sometimes think, did they trust some of their players sometimes when they're in that position? Because you can see what the obvious thing to do is. But
yeah. Super chat from Jory. I've been quite critical of Ange, but he's shown more tactical adaptability the first 3 games than all last season. I'm encouraged. Big up, legends. Throw into Newcastle, left-hand side. Thanks for that super chat, Jory. Look forward to hopefully talking to you later in the fans phone-in show, guys. Make sure you do call in for that if you want. The link to phone in will be in the community tab.
Have your say, guys.
Oh, Sonny has just pressed them. And chance here. Oliver. Oliver cuts in on his right. And could he have found Son
He could have.
with a little reverse ball to his left?
He could have, but
didn't, and it's blocked for a corner.
I'm not mad at him for doing that, though, at the same time. The shot's on.
I'm mad at him. He's tired, I think.
The shot is on, but yeah, there's 2 players there. He could have done a reverse pass. The reverse pass because 2 of the defenders were committed.
Yeah, Sonny was annoyed with him.
And yeah, Sonny was free there.
Kulusevski with the in-swinging corner. Comes to Dragisin.
Oh, free header.
Free header, but out wide. Wide left, sorry. Left of the post.
He can't believe it. He knows he should have done better there.
I think maybe he should have headed it back across goal.
Yeah, 100%.
Brennan Johnson.
Correct.
Yeah, but
He lets it go across his body instead of going towards it.
meets it with the... Yeah, it's a good chance, though, for Dragisin.
Newcastle on the ball, and Spurs win it back in the final third. Kulusevski again.
Now. Odegaard out wide again. Into Decky.
Lovely. Turns into the wrong corner, wrong lane. Can Spurs win it back again? Newcastle cannot get out, but they do win a free kick.
And that's Basuma. He's got to be careful there. I'd be tempted to bring Bentancur on for Basuma now.
Yeah.
He could easily have been booked there, and he's been booked already because he stops Tonali going down the line. He's very lucky here.
Yeah, he's on his back, he's all over him.
He's very lucky, Basuma, there.
Tonali was clever, though, to crouch down.
Because
he started rubbing his head.
I think the thing that saved Basuma is that the ball wasn't great.
Yeah. Tonali using his brain there to get up the field, being smart. Winning the free kick.
That comes back to bite Newcastle, and they complain because Basuma scores, and they'll say that he should have been sent off. Newcastle with a free kick on the centre line, and they just go for a big old long one. Byrne wins it. It's a proper old crazy gang. But they win the second ball.
Crazy gang.
Dragishin gets out towards Kulusevski, but it goes out for a throw-in.
Vinny style.
Yeah. And Newcastle now getting a bit of confidence on the ball. Oh, Gordon with a bad touch, and Brennan Johnson nicks it off him.
Just doing it for pace.
And he has done. Brennan's in a great position now.
Attack the box. If he attacked the box with more conviction. If he attacked the box from earlier.
I agree.
Someone give him Wizard of Oz a bit of confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good dog. I like that he took his man on there. Through the legs. Good defending from Newcastle in the end.
Very nearly an OG. Spurs. Kulusevski going for the short corner to Odegaard again, and they get it straight to Porro, and it comes across again. Bissouma, not a great first touch or second touch, gets it back to Porro. They're under pressure here, Spurs, but good stuff. Porro's fouled there, and that's good refereeing. He sees that Porro was blocked off. Very good refereeing, and a free kick to Tottenham.
Dangerous area. Werner's coming on. Dear.
It'll be for Odegaard, surely. Yeah. Werner on for Odegaard. I can kind of see that, actually. I can kind of see it. Why?
We did speak about it before. And now, I told you, we'll get his minutes. It's just down to him now.
Well, I think what he's thinking is, if we get the space on the left like we are at the right at the moment, then Werner can play that left foot ball across the box for maybe Johnson at the back
to tap in. Mm-hmm.
Porro's going to take this free kick. It's a good area, as long as he gets it in that corridor of uncertainty between the keeper and the back line.
Come on, Dragerson.
Yeah, Radu.
We need him. Anna Romero.
Stay on side, boys. Stay on side. It's straight on the keeper, is it? It's a bit deep, but it comes to Son. Chance. Oh, I thought he could have. He's tried to go for the back stick to Johnson.
He lofted in. Shots.
So on the edge. Matters.
Oh,
going towards the top corner.
I thought he had it.
A good save.
Oh, well done, Maddison. Gets the ball out of his feet. That's what I wanted him to do all game. Get the ball out of your feet and take a shot. It is going top corner, and the goalkeeper, Nick Pope's full stretched. And it's a good save.
It's an easy save, really, for Pope, to be fair. He doesn't quite get hold of it, but it's another corner to Spurs. 74 minutes gone, 1-1. In swinger from Maddison. Get on the end of that.
Oh, he's on the edge.
Again to the edge of the box.
Bissouma. Have a shot.
Have a dig,
at the feet.
Tipped over by the keeper. Yeah.
Oh. Jeez. Pedro Porro has had more shots than any other player. What a stat. That is crazy. And that's our fullback inverting.
Come on, Spurs. Well. Make the most of this ascendancy. Another corner.
74th minute, 30 seconds in.
Outswinger this time. He's pushed Kulusevski away.
Move out the way, linesman. Lalo, what's he doing?
Here it comes. It's a good ball. Oh, comes all the way over. Bissouma there again.
Cycling.
Wants to find Son, I think. Yeah, it does. It needs to go back to Bissouma, I think, Sonny.
On the edge.
It's come to Decky's wrong foot on the edge of the box, unfortunately. Lovely ball to Pedro, though.
Oh.
Another dig. Brennan Johnson!
Johnson! Wrong technique.
It came on his left foot.
Wrong technique. Oh, jeez. He gets underneath it. That's what the problem is. That's why it goes over. A little composure right there in that final third. Can he get his foot through it as opposed to underneath it?
He does the hard bit.
Yeah.
Here.
Lovely first touch. And gets underneath, opens his foot up underneath it and lifts it over the bar.
It's a hard skill, kind of on the low volley, isn't it? He should be hitting it, I think, like that.
That's what I'm saying, on the knuckle.
Yeah.
That's what I used to say from Ronaldo. You get it on the knuckle.
He's done well since he's come on, Brennan Johnson.
You know what? Get chances, but hopefully he doesn't haunt us, doesn't come back to get us.
Kulusevski's just let it. Newcastle doing all right now on the ball here. Coming forward, Guimaraes out wide to Livramento. Werner's got to go with the run here. Well done, Timo. Keep going with him, Timo.
Murphy goes backwards.
Newcastle just getting a little bit of possession here. Out wide right. You know what the Sky script says here? With Spurs having had so many chances, it's going to be a corner.
I was
Newcastle. Big Dan Burn comes forward. 76 minutes. Spurs have had so many half chances and good chances, but now another corner to Newcastle.
It's about taking those half chances, though, isn't it?
Anthony Gordon with the outswinger.
Can we defend well?
Brennan Johnson marking in there. It's a high one. It's a
well
good
done.
first clearance, and it's going to be a volley, and it's a good block from Werner. Comes out again, and now is there a transition time? No, we just hack it. We've got no pace here, but Kulusevski is pressing.
Pressing.
Yeah, he heads it back to his keeper, does well. And Newcastle throw it out quickly to Hall. And Joe Linton now hanging out on the left. He's going to have to go back, I would have thought. He does. Sonny. Decky looks a bit tired in central midfield. Manda's working hard, but Joe Linton turns him easily, and now they could be in here. They are in. They are in, and it's the chance on the left. It's a goal.
Yeah, I can see that happening. And it's about taking your chances, but that was a higher quality chance that they created.
It's just too easy. Once Maddison has been caught in the middle, like trying to tackle the ball, there's too much. There's no pressure on the ball, so you can't have such a high line there because the through ball is so easy to play.
It's Tottenham all over, isn't it? Spurs all over. It's too easy. Too easy. I was surprised we got played through the middle so easy like that. Yeah, it's really bad. No pressure on the ball. After, as you said, Maddison was turned. Oh, jeez. Lord have mercy.
Here, you've got to drop off. You've got to drop off. No, in fact, Dragusin drops off too much. It's Dragusin keeping him on side.
Jeez. And all that hard work undone. And then you're saying, you know... Jeez, oh jeez, yeah. Disappointing for Spurs, man.
Yeah, Spurs have been brilliant today. Brilliant. Yeah. But...
You know, it always happens.
If they, you know, they're going to score goals.
Yeah. But it's as you said that... It's the finer details.
Also, actually, just got to be clinical when we've had like some 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s.
Yeah, decision making was poor.
And the decision making's been bad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's gotten it's a hard one to take.
I think he's got to bring on Bergvall now, maybe for Decky or Madders, just for some fresh legs in midfield.
Dear oh dear, right through that. It was just the way we got cut open. It's more disappointing for me. But you're right, the higher line should have been higher.
Well, it should be higher or lower.
Or lower, yeah, make a mind up. Yeah.
Bissouma's got to be careful. He just had a go at the line and he's been booked, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, the frustration is there.
Yeah, Bergvall and Bentancur now coming on.
Yeah, Bissouma's coming off. We saw that. We're like, listen, he needs to come off now. I think what the disappointing thing is with a Spurs fan, you get that hope up. Oh, Romero's got that one. He's read that.
It's got to go, Vic. Oh, you knobhead.
Why would you put him under pressure like that? I don't understand.
Because he's afraid of the manager having a go at him if he doesn't. But sometimes it's just got to go.
Yeah, sometimes use common sense.
Fans behind them, you wouldn't back against them scoring a third in the next minute or two.
This is where Spurs have to weather the storm right now and try and 10 minutes left, calm it down.
I'm afraid to say our record against teams when the fans are on our back is not good. See Leicester, for an example. Oh, they're just taking the piss out of us a bit now, which is annoying.
Yeah, don't have it, man. Don't have it. Overhit cross.
Yeah, but it comes to Gordon. Spurs need to get their foot on the ball here. Gordon attacks Porro. So Isak. No. Okay, little transition chance for Decky. He plays a horrible ball to Brennan. Comes back to Porro.
Oh, it's all wrong.
Ball, but Johnson does well there. Well done, Bissouma, but it's a bad touch. Wins a free kick. That's important.
Well done. I thought Bissouma was going to come off.
He's coming off now.
Ah, here we go.
So Maddison off.
Hi, the two Newcastle fans hate him.
Hate him. What? Just because he got his foot stood on?
I think, yeah. Well, easy player to hate, right?
Yeah.
Bentancur and Ice Bergie coming on, man.
This is a frustrating one for Spurs, but
I had to of all the goals to concede, a transition, a counter-attack. Why?
Because that's the way we play. And if you don't take your chances when you play that style, you're going to get a hit.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Anyway, we've got probably about 10, 12 minutes to try and put this right. Bergvall gets it off Romero. Out to Dragoshin. He's played well, I think. But he was a yard too deep, and that kept on Murphy, I'm afraid, for that goal. Romero now. Bergvall taking up an interesting place, but Romero can't find him and goes back to Dragoshin. He finds Porro out wide, and just the crowd have dropped off a second now. It's good. Kulusevski in a good area. Needs help from Brennan Johnson. Cuts it back beautifully.
Oh,
Lovely from Brennan Johnson. Wins it back. Bentancur now across to Werner. Needs to lay it back. Does. Destiny.
Into dangerous area. Cleared. Into
Spurs there.
Newcastle. Sea of bodies there to clear that ball, man. I dare. How is what he does. He sits back, he defends well, and hits teams on the counter.
Bergvall plays a long diag into Johnson, does well. He's got to take his man on here, but it's not a great ball into Porro, who loses it, unfortunately. He just, stand. Well, he got a bit on it, but not enough, I don't think. Yeah, he'll get booked there, Bentancur.
Just come on the pitch.
He got a piece of the ball, but not enough.
Jeez. Yeah, I did get a bit on the ball, but also the man.
Jory, super chat. Now we're into utopian tactics versus realistic tactics.
Jory's changed his mind quickly. Just a minute ago. It's like that meme goes a few moments later.
You'd have to say, talked about it, what was it? 60th minute, dark arts from Newcastle. Pope pretends to be injured, so Newcastle can have a timeout. It's worked for them, you have to say.
How's tactically got it right? That's what you can say, really.
Gross.
I mean, I know it hurts, but it's true.
It does hurt. 84th minute. Come on, Spurs. Let's find a way to get a result here. So hot in the studio.
Yeah, I'm dying. I'm not going to lie to you.
Isak is one of the very few proper number 9s still in the Premier League, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
It's a goal kick to Spurs. Someone's got to give it back to the keeper here.
I just want the lads to show a little bit more composure now and just kind of manage the game. Not manage the game, but because we do need to get a goal, but I just don't want us to get rattled too easily.
I don't know how that's turned out to be our throw-in. Come on, Spurs, you're losing. Don't hold on to the ball for a minute.
Not there, not there, not there.
That's where this is completely naive, Tottenham Hotspur.
And that's what I'm talking about. That is what. Don't get rattled.
Explain what just happened there.
Rattled. That's what happened.
Spurs, we had the throw in with Porro. No one's given the option, so he takes a bad throw to someone. We lose the ball, and as a result, Isak has a chance 8 yards out, and it's a corner to Newcastle. But Spurs, this is an example of Tottenham not knowing how to deal with difficult mental moments. They're making basic errors.
Well, this is the argument where people say you need a couple of leaders here to calm it down. Yeah. Someone on the pitch, another coach on the pitch, just to voice an instruction.
Corner.
Let's go. Transition for Spurs, and maybe not.
On it there.
Calm it down a bit. Calm it down. That's it.
85 minutes.
The doggies there with the ball, travelling up the pitch. Bergvall's in space. Berger's on the ball.
Very deep into Romero. Newcastle in their shape, as ever.
Yeah, they're going to see this one out now. 6 minutes left, plus
Romero
stoppage
with
time.
a beautiful ball to Porro, by the way.
He's been doing that all
Cuts
game.
Inside. Bentancur is an option if he wants it, but he finds Bergvall instead. Going to come around to Werner. You've got to help him, Destiny. He's not going to do it all on his own from there.
Give it back to him.
Destiny misses it. It's Bentancur. It's a bit slow from Spurs, but that's because they're deep. Bentancur again. Looking between the lines. Nothing on at the moment. And he's got to turn and find Werner. And there's no one in the box at the moment either. Oh, Son should win a foul there, but no, not given by the ref.
Taking advantage.
Brennan Johnson, little touch to Porro maybe? No, he doesn't. And could have, but instead it comes to Decky. He could chip it to the far stick. It's a good ball, actually. And Werner needed to attack that back post a bit better. Well done, Decky. He's going to give a foul there.
Yeah, it's because he's got his hands on him. But he was just trying to get around him because Gordon did well to protect the ball and showed it. Yeah, the attack's now gone. It's hard because obviously they sit deep into the box and it's for us to figure out a way to get around it, and we don't have the answer.
Look, if you're a Newcastle fan, you don't care, but they've been horrible today, I think, Newcastle.
They had a game plan.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
they had a game plan.
They've stuck to their game plan. Yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, it's worked.
Yeah. And just having a go at the ref here for the amount of time that Newcastle are taking over these free kicks, which is a joke.
He's learnt off Simeone, as I said, so he's going to do these type of tactics, you know.
I don't want him as England manager, that's for sure. I'm assuming he won't get the England job as a result because they're waiting to employ someone, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Well done. Won it back. Oh, well played. Lovely. Werner could be in here down the right. It's him against Dan Burnt. Don't shoot yet. Werner,
no one's in the box. No one's in the box.
No one's in the box, though.
Oh.
Come on, let's score from a set piece. Come on, Spurs. Let's do a Bournemouth.
Smash and grab. 2 minutes left.
Plus any stoppages, of which I would imagine...
90 seconds.
4? What do you think, 4?
Yeah, about 4.
Come on, Spurs. It's Bergvall with the corner. 88 minutes gone. Bad one.
Poor.
It just hits the near post, the front stick, unfortunately. Bergvall with the throw. Just do it.
Tries to take it quickly.
Just do it. Yeah, does it. Gives it to Porro. Who gives it back to Bergvall. He's got to find someone. Does. Gets a little foul as well. No. We'll have the... Played the advantage, but where we're on our halfway line instead of a chance to put it in the box. Anyway, Spurs still have the ball, which is the important thing. Sonny now coming deep. But Sonny, we need people in the box, mate.
Can't hear you, Barnaby. Can't hear you, unfortunately.
Are you serious? You can't hear me?
Sorry.
Come on, Spurs. The tempo is a bit slow because Newcastle is so deep. Into a doggy. Back to Bentancur. Oh, it's Romero, sorry. Spurs just wandering about.
You have to switch
here.
it. You have to switch it wide. You have to pull them apart. If you keep it in that area, it's going to be too comfortable. They've got to switch it to the flank.
5 minutes to be added. Romero plays it to Dragic.
That's better.
Dragic, you should follow it into the box, mate.
That ball in the short one there was there for Johnson. It should have come into him first time.
Romero, little dink.
Then we lose it.
Wins it.
Then we lose it.
And Joe Linton's going to find a way to win a free kick, I would have thought. He doesn't. Bentancur wins it back. And Werner gets it back.
Switch the play, please. Switch it. Switch
Don't lose it here, Rodrigo.
Switch the play again. 5 minutes.
5 added minutes.
Yeah, I thought 5 actually.
Romero now. But Nicholas Walker says, I blame today and Leicester result entirely on our transfer window. Levy is more happy winning the best run club award than the league. Anthony Gordon in on the left. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, mate. That's just reactive. I just don't agree with it. We've spent loads of money and we're setting up for the future. And the ref's just given a free kick to them when he could have played play on, which he did for us. Oh, and then Bruno giving it the whole one of them. I hope that comes back to bite you.
Well, who would you say off the bench could change the game at the
now?
moment? Well, actually, nothing. There's nothing at the moment.
Who have we got left on the bench? Gray, Devine, Davis, Spence. Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody.
Newcastle just running the clock down.
And do you think Werner made any impact?
Jack Lucas says, Barnaby, we've had a shit window. Get real. We're building for the future, aren't we? What do you expect? I don't know. They've spent loads of money, but whatever.
I think their frustration is that we've got no one to kind of impact the first team at the moment. It's the same team we had last season.
I think we played well.
We have played well, of course. But I think that's the frustration that...
Free kick to Newcastle.
There's no change.
Into the box. Straight to Vicario. Now find someone quickly. Find someone quickly.
Roll it out to Docky. He's there on a run.
Just do it.
Why not? Why is he doing all of that just to do that? I just don't understand it. But Vicario's decision making is questionable at times. Sometimes, just do the easy thing quickly.
Okay,
simple.
Out to Porro. 3 minutes left. It's a good ball from Porro
Johnson.
here. Johnson's
through first time.
Took
it's
a bad first touch from Johnson.
Someone's in there. It's because he took that touch. They delayed it. If he put it in first time, they would have been there where he put the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Look. He's
waiting for Son, though, isn't he? He has to wait.
Son wanted the cutback, I think. But yeah, a number 9 you want in a 6-yard box.
But also Werner's got to be at the back there. That's his job.
Werner's got to be at the back. Yeah, definitely. Game's done for me. I don't know about you. I think I'm...
Don't forget, guys, we instant match reaction after game, and then the fan call-in show where you can all slag the club off. You can slag the club off. Anything you want. Come and talk to us. Jack says losing is apparently playing well. Big lol.
Oh,
you can play well and lose. You know that is possible.
Sorry for laughing.
I personally think we have played well, but obviously it's not agreed with by Jack. Anyway, Bentancur wins it back. Werner, bit pussy there, Werner. Anyway, breaks to Kulusevski.
Lovely. Oh, I thought it was into his feet. I thought it was...
I'll tell you what, chance here for Kulusevski down the middle.
Decision making. It's been the story of this game. And now we're going to concede a free kick. And the game's over. Look, he's on his knees again. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, my hands again. Oh, jeez.
Who was it? Decky?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it was. It's like they don't trust him. Johnson's there. Johnson, you got to play Johnson. You got to play Johnson. And then Johnson does that old school fire across the box, what we normally do. And that's not the first time in the game he's been in that position. We could have done that and fired it across the box and scored a goal.
He's given Joe Linton man of the match. Been dog shit.
Got to give it to a winning team though, innit? So,
do you?
Yeah, you do.
Last minute of the game. That you're absolutely right. That summed up the problem with Spurs today. Decision making. Being clinical. Clarity. Poor. Long throw down the line. Dragusin tries to flick it on. Does quite well, actually. It drops to Porro. Needs to find an option, but does the big up and under. And not a lot going on there.
Second ball, maybe?
Oh, lucky boy there, Porro.
Oh,
and he goes backwards with 20 seconds to go so that Vicario can just hike it. On his wrong foot, and he can't. Joe Linton with an easy header. That's going to be it, I think. 10 seconds. Bentancur. Udogi. Vicario to Dragusin. Is he going to find a little bit of extra? Dragusin goes long. I'm not sure Angel like that.
Has to go long.
Big mistake from Newcastle clearing that when it could have gone to the keeper. Werner, you've got to do something with this, mate. You don't really. Oh, and Spurs just playing backwards now. Poor. Werner tries to win a dive, and that's going to be it. Really poor. Really poor.
Oh, dear. Yeah. It's the quality in that final third as last season, I think, is the frustration from a lot of fans. I'm being honest, Barnaby. I mean, I don't know what more to say. I think we've got a better front line there. We do more. Unfortunate that obviously we've lost out on Solanke being injured, but, you know.
Newcastle fans proving that all that matters is the result. They're loving it.
Yeah.
And,
they needed it because they had been playing, they started slow the season and they had nothing to shout about.
That is the end of the game. Newcastle 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. We'll be back with an instant match reaction in a second. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to We Are Tottenham TV. This is the instant match reaction after the Newcastle United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1 Premier League game. Oh, I feel very, very frustrated and deflated, and I'm getting a lot of abuse in the comments from people who are wondering how I'm going to find a positive way to spin that. However, what I would argue is, I actually think Tottenham Hotspur played well today. We did lose the game. We lost the game in a naive way in the second, with the second goal, which we will go into. But the way that the goals went in was Newcastle went 1-0 up. First half, Harvey Barnes. We equalised from an own goal from good work from our substitute, Brennan Johnson, on the right after a mistake from Nick Pope. And then, like I said, the naive winner from Isak after we tried to play the high line. Dragusin kept Murphy on and cut it across for an open goal for Isak. I'm here with Ash. Spurs Games TV. You seem a little more,
listen,
a little happier than I am.
No, I'm not happy. This is a painful laugh. Have you ever seen that meme when the guy's got the mask and he's smiling, but underneath he's crying, he's in pain? That is literally me right now. I'm thinking, you know, when you go into a yoga studio and I'm like, highlight. That's what I'm saying, because that's how we were undone. We were undone through a quick transition, counter-attacking football, and it was too easy for them to score that goal. I felt after you lose that ball, Maddison gets turned. We need to do a lot more in the transition. That was the one thing, and I said it. We did look better when we brought on more attacking intent, but you run the risk of that recovery run, and when those recovery runs aren't there, you're open. Like sesame.
So you think what it was, so basically for the second goal, James Maddison, basically in that second half, and I would say because of the way we play, we made chance after chance after chance, from which we made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, chances to put Johnson in down the right to get across across the front, didn't happen. And then James Maddison just almost gets too excited when I think it was Joe Linton had the ball, central midfield, and he half turns Maddison out of the game, and then there is just this expanse of space in central midfield. And I guess you're suggesting Pape Matar might have been there had he not been taken off, because Kulusevski was brought on for him at half-time when we were losing. And then it's easy for him to slot a through ball into Murphy. And like I said, Dragusin is just a bit too deep. Let's go back to the first half, though. It was Spurs were kind of on top, I think, in the beginning of after the first kind of 10, 15 minutes. We were on top, but then we conceded that goal, and it was kind of out of nothing. A little cross from the left from Lloyd Kelly, Harvey Barnes on the half volley, really good finish. And Newcastle went 1-0 up there. Not much we could do about that. But Spurs got back into their game, played pretty well up until half-time. And then it was 55 minutes when we got our goal. Maddison's shot, Pope mistake. Brennan Johnson did well for that, didn't he?
I thought he did, yeah. I thought with Brennan Johnson, he knows what he's good at. So he's not going to be deluded to think, oh, okay, let me take a touch here or there. He just put it into that dangerous area. Keeper got a hand on it, and then, you know, the rest is history. The actual goal was Maddison. Actually, it was the save that was spilled, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. To the save,
my bad.
To his left, and Brennan Johnson on the slide. Takes the first time shot, which Pope then gets a hand on. That's right. To save, but then Dan Burn comes in and
that's it. That was it. That was it.
And then between that, I'll just tell you what I've got written down here, because between that. We then have, that was 55 minutes, and then on 60 minutes, Newcastle and Eddie Howe did a very Mikel Arteta thing, where Nick Pope pretended to be injured, sat on the floor, and Howe got his entire team around him and changed things. Yeah. And from there, Spurs continued to attack and make chances, but Newcastle slowly kind of got more into the game. And then eventually, unfortunately, there's this little period here. Johnson in on the right, tries to find Son, nearly an own goal. Madder's left foot top corner, saved by Pope. Porro from 23 yards, tipped over from Pope. Chance to Brennan Johnson on a low volley, scooped over the bar from 15 yards. That's all between the 70th minute and the 75th minute. Before that, in the 69th minute, Odebear, chance from a turnover, should find Son, but shot blocked instead. I would argue that a lot of these situations that I've written down were opportunities where Spurs, if they were more clinical and better at making decisions, would have won this game.
I think that's the frustration that from some fans that to be fair, like, Odebear's going to need time, because I think he was a part of it, as well as Kulu, some of our more senior players, and Son him in. There was times I thought, you know, play the right ball into the right. Odebear had a shot. If he thread that reverse ball, even though that was a bit more difficult, but if he did a reverse ball into Son would have been in. There was times when Son went at cutbacks, it wasn't quite finding him. And it carried out throughout the whole game. It was times when we were 2-on-3 or 3-on-3, and we just did the wrong pass, and we took a touch too many, and they've crowded out the chance. And it looks like good defending on their part, but on our part, it looks like we're just not ruthless, like Roy Keane was saying. We just don't have killers in those. And I remember under Conte and Mourinho, to be fair, when we had those chances, we just took them.
Kane and Son.
We took them.
So how, obviously, a lot of people in the comments, you know, very reactive, saying Ange out or whatever. How do you answer people who are saying that when actually Spurs have made enough chances and half chances there to win the game comfortably? That's not about Postecoglou, is it? Is that what some other people are saying, in that Spurs haven't spent enough wisely in the transfer window to bring in a player who will do better in those situations? Or is it that players who can, so maybe if it's Solanke in there and Son out wide, maybe we would have scored more goals today?
Yeah, I mean, it's all ifs, smuts and babies at the moment because we don't know. Solanke's got to come and show us that. I think people are a bit worried because he did it in one season and we're hoping that he translates that one season into this season. I wouldn't have put all of my eggs in the Solanke basket. Me personally,
Why?
I would have liked to have
two £30 million players instead of 160.
No. I would have spent a bit more personally. I would have had like a Neto, for example. He's not obviously. You could say he's injury prone, but I mean, in terms of an experienced player with quality, or even a wide forward that has more of a goal threat, I would have maybe spent a bit of money of that on the right as well as Odegaard. I thought Odegaard. I think the problem came from when Werner came around, but that that's a discussion for another time. We're here to.
When you say came around, what do you mean? Like on the loan deal?
Yeah, so Werner came on a loan deal and he took up a space, in my opinion, in the squad. So I would have had Odegaard take that space up that Werner took and then use another space. I felt like we do have enough money to spend enough money to, get a right wing forward in. Maybe like I don't say we could break the bank, but Brentford striker and Bremo, he's scoring goals for fun. I thought maybe if we showed a bit more ambition in the window, we could go for a player like that. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong. I don't know.
So obviously going to the North London derby next, and based on what happened last season, when we played Newcastle and Arsenal similarly near each other, Arteta will look at that, and I think he'll try and play a pretty similar way, won't he? Be like, come and score against us, and if you don't, we'll get you on the transition. Yeah,
I think it's the plan because I said it before. Is it a thing where Ange looks at the team and he adjusts according to the team, or is it a thing no, we need to do plan A better and we just need to execute our chances and then hopefully we get over the line? The problem is we're starting with the same front line more or less than that we had last season. Well, hopefully Solanke will be there, and we're hoping that Solanke is going to be clinical in those moments and get us over the line. I personally think Solanke will get us goals. In terms of clinicalness, I'm not too sure. I think he might need one or two chances before he converts. If it's on the plate, I expect him to finish, but those harder chances, he might not be able to, convert those hard angles. That's just from what I've seen of him.
Of course.
So that's just the worry. So I feel like we've built for the squad for the future.
Yeah.
But in terms of now, I'm looking at it like we're just a little bit off. We're just a little bit off.
And we're lacking the leaders required to get ourselves out of difficult situations like we got ourselves in today.
100%.
I want to talk a little bit
100%.
about Radu Dragusin. Obviously, he came in because Mickey van der Ven wasn't fit. I thought in general he had a really good game.
Yep, I thought so.
He was just, and maybe this is just the reality of not having played a lot of games, but he was a yard deep on that high line.
Correct.
And he was the one who kept Murphy on.
Bro.
But he looks like a player. He is a leader. I like him.
Yeah, he did really well up until that point. I thought he had a good game. I thought he actually got up for a lot of headers, won challenges as well.
Yeah.
On the ball, very good. He wasn't nervous in possession, didn't hide at all. And even on set pieces on the corners, he made himself known. He was present. Had a little battle with Joe Linton, I saw there. And he wasn't phased at all. I thought he had a good game. But yeah, it's just those moments. That's what sport's about. Elite sport is about those finer details. Yeah. And so, as they say in that film, it's all about the millimeters, the inches. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's what ultimately cost us the game.
Pape Matar started the game today, and he was brought off at half-time to bring us another creator onto the pitch, and we were much better in that second half. I take your point, certainly, though. Could we have done with him potentially in that transition for the goal? Yeah. But I think we should maybe have been 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 up at that point. Yeah. Obviously, Kulusevski played inside when that happened. Brennan Johnson went on the right. Yeah. But against Arsenal, it's not realistic that he's going to play. I mean, it's after the international break, so it's a long time away. But it's not realistic that he's going to play Kulusevski and Maddison in that game, is he?
No,
so maybe he'll bring Bentancur back in to play with Basuma, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Solanke will start actually in that game.
That's true.
So that's going to change the formation completely.
So Odegaard would come out. Son will play on the left.
Son will play on the left, yeah. Odegaard you never know. Odegaard could start on the right, you never know.
Actually,
but so there's an option there. And then in the midfield, it could be the same Maddison Basuma start, and then on the right, that's where the question marks are. Who do we go for on that right-hand side? That's a debate for everyone to have in the comments.
Before we leave you, I just want to ask you, Ash, how are you feeling about the Ange project, Spurs project as a whole? Are you as negative as some of the people in the comments, or is this just one of those things, hard to go to St James's Park, get a result? They did a number on us tactically. Or are you like, Ange needs to actually change his tactics in games like that and almost play like defensive versus defensive and see if we can nick the only goal of the game?
No, I mean, I think the problem I had with it was in the window, I thought we needed to buy real killers in front of goal. If you're going to play that way, you need to take your chances. And that's why I was disappointed in the window when we didn't really go out for quality.
Who would be like an ideal player? Like Eza? That's who I wanted.
Yeah, I think Eze was my number one. I was screaming for that on all channels every time people... Yeah. Well, I was saying like just then, I said Mbeumo, in terms of a goal threat, I think him on the right is slightly different profile to what we have. Someone that runs in behind, someone that's able to be clinical in the final third, like he's good finishing. So you're not just relying on Son or Maddison to bail you out, or even Solanke. You've got another player that is a goal threat, which actually pushes their backline further back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And so that it asks, all I want is our front line to ask questions, and then when those moments come and we do get a small chance, we put it away. Because I feel like when we're in that transition, we don't trust all of our players.
It didn't look like they were trusting Brennan Johnson in the second half. There were two opportunities to lay him in. And the weird thing about that is, it's in those positions where he does his best work, where it's just the ball's going to come to him first time across the front.
Into Son, Son scores. Different game.
Anyway, guys, that has been the instant match reaction to the Newcastle 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1 game. We will be back in about 15 minutes' time with a fan phone-in show. Make sure you give us a call. The details, the link will be in the community tab. Disappointing game. I thought we played well, though. Trying to be half glass full about it, but obviously our first loss of the season and very disappointing. Make sure you subscribe to We Are Tottenham TV if you haven't already. And don't forget, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.